DCOG think I we alive. Cause I always got that 425. You know I got it. I always got that 425. You know I got it, nigga. You know I keep that 425. Blaze one with me then. DCOG think I we alive. DFCRadio.com.
Yeah. Welcome.
It's Monday, and that's the Plug Gaming on DFZ Radio.
And we
Going down
are
right now.
here live.
It's live, and we're live. 6 o'clock, not on the dot, but it's happening, and we're here. All right, I'm your host Dutch Master. I got my co-host Sam and Rock Nasty. And how are we feeling tonight, players, after this lovely Easter weekend? My Easter weekend was lovely.
That was mine.
Yeah, mine was cool. I just kicked
Nice.
it.
Nice.
Don't Rock's just, I just, kick it.
Getting it, dog.
Lots of gaming, lots of food.
I wish more gaming, gambling instead.
Okay, well,
Gambling is gaming.
that's in there.
Yeah.
That's in there. It is.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. A lot of these,
Technically.
hey, a lot of these gaming companies started off making gambling machines, and that gave birth to them branching out into which were arcade games. Kind of the same systems even used inside of them. They're all accepting money from you.
Either way, 5 minutes into gambling, I'm like, fucking a video game.
Can I loot a box here?
So much
Can I
fun.
loot something?
Give
Where's
me a
the loot?
goddamn custom T-shirt.
Where's my loot box? No, it
Fort
is
McDowell Casino.
yeah,
At least that.
it's not as fun. It's not as fun. People may spend as much time doing it, but yeah, gambling is another side of gaming that's not as fun.
But no, it's okay. It was fully redeemed
have
when
fun
I
when
got
I gamble.
old Italian lady cooking for Easter dinner. So
Yeah,
as good as it
that
gets.
sounds like that was a plentiful feast.
yes,
That's
for
what
many
that sounds.
people. I have leftovers that came with me. My fridge is full for the next week, probably.
Nice. That's good.
Good shit.
That's
a
good.
grandma for ya.
That's what those times are about. Leftovers, like all the the
Yeah.
holidays. you know.
Sandwiches for days.
For sure.
Sorry, Rock, you were saying?
What?
No.
What were you gaming? What were you gaming on, Rock?
Yeah.
Sam was gambling. You were gaming on.
I played a couple things, man. It was, played some
Drum roll.
Fortnite. Played some. I played some shit on the Switch that SD brought by. It was like an old
is it?
school 2D fighter type, like side scroller.
Okay.
You know what it's called?
What was his name? I think it was like Taquito or some shit. It was like Taquito's Revenge or some shit, but it was tight. It
Okay.
was tight. I think I would get it.
They
Okay,
have a,
for
you know
sure.
what? I'm impressed every time I jump on the market
Let
and
me
look
look
like
that
how
shit
many
up.
Switch games there already are.
Yeah, they did
I
a
mean,
good
they're a
job.
year in, but they are killing it.
Their market isn't very good, and I think that's what.
Some of them are winners.
But no, not what they're offering there. Like
Okay.
the market itself. They're-
Kentaro's Revenge. My bad.
Okay,
There
yeah.
it is.
Oh, the
For
market,
sure.
the
But,
actual app?
Yeah, like
sucks.
just right, exactly, and it's always been kind of like that
Yeah.
for whatever system had a market. The Wii U.
But we do have gold back.
yeah,
All your Nintendo rewards coins, if you haven't figured it out by now, each coin is a penny
yep.
in the real world for Nintendo stuff.
Real world money.
Mostly video games.
Real world
Yep.
monies.
And once you,
How much do they give away at a time, though?
Monies.
well, it's like you could buy like a $15 game and get 75 coins. Not bad. I bought
a
that.
reward.
I got it
It's a
for buying Enter the Gungeon, and that was $15. So.
Yeah.
And I played a crap load of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
still
that's that
still
portable
grinding away
life,
like,
baby.
oh man, that game goes forever for like just being only a 5-floor crawler.
Yeah,
Not many people beat it.
it's got a lot going
you
on
beat it?
inside of it.
No, I'm grinding away. Like on the second floor, there's a prison that'll spawn pretty often, and if you get whatever key from one of the challenges on that floor, you can go save somebody. And there's different people I've been unlocking that open markets in places at random times. It's all random generate, but they'll show up in the dungeon somewhere,
Nice.
and they'll get you like one.
So once you unlock them, they can reappear somewhere randomly.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
they're usually like a market,
Right.
so they'll give you stuff.
That's cool.
One guy you meet like fixes the elevator, so you could start jumping to
Going around
future
fast.
floors.
Nice.
It's a deep game for being what on the surface is so simple.
Yeah.
So-
Absolutely. It sounds like it.
And
That
it's
sounds
one
like
of the
something I might
best
have to
sold,
get into.
Oh, dude, it's one of the highest sold games on the market right now.
Yeah.
So
And
it.
this is Gungeon.
enter the Gungeon.
Enter
That
the
is
Gungeon.
Gungeon because everything in this fucking game is a gun or bullet pun. It's the best.
It's it sounds super fun
Oh, yeah.
and like it's like a light. It's a light game. It's meant to be fun. It's challenging.
Yeah.
But
It's
it
a
offers,
quick grinder.
Yeah, it offers like it through the gameplay and through the game itself. It's kind of built off of that idea of this is a fun.
Even if you made it to like floor 5 and beat the whole thing, you're probably looking like 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
The most, and probably less.
Yeah.
For people like if you can
If
beat
you're
it.
right.
Yeah,
like-
it's 30 minutes or less probably.
nice.
Yeah.
That's
So-
interesting how they can do that. Make something so complex, but in reality, if you
It's
you
like one
mastered
simple
it,
challenge kind of
right?
thing. Actually,
yeah. That's. It's like when you're speed running anything.
Mm-hmm.
You like kind of like take it into that idea where they're not levels. They're like the segments that you break them up into.
Exactly.
To like know your pace. Like you really, it's not level 1, 2, 3. You're like, no. I actually like 4 levels, and then I know where I'm at on like the speed I'm going. I don't really count anything in between.
It's like being able to buy those classic arcade games because arcade games were, I mean, when you put quarters into machines, you're like trying to memorize levels and beat them.
Right.
But these have that random generated thing, so that you own it, it lasts longer for that same effect that you
Right.
get from the arcade of like, I can hop in and play through this. I
Right.
can hop and get as far as I can.
I haven't done a speed run in so long because there's so much shit to do in
They're
games.
hot
It's
now,
like,
man.
how do you speed run some shit?
But
There's
dude,
so much shit in it now.
Even the games that there weren't things, they build checkpoints, and it's kind of this community ran idea of like what the checkpoints are and what the things are that you should do, or that it's important that you do or don't do to like qualify it as a certain speed run. Like there's a no damage taken speed run, right? There's a damage taken but collecting all the items speed run.
There's no close,
Right.
unwanted,
Right.
level 0,
Yeah, you know what I
game
mean?
plus
so
50.
like they've built these kind of like challenges within that the game
Yeah.
doesn't really even offer. It doesn't really give you anything for the game, but for the community, it kind of like it's maybe not the guy that just wants to run through the game and beat it. It's maybe the guy that's like, well, I'm gonna run through and beat it while only collecting these things that are only gonna allow my power to raise a certain level. It's a challenge he builds himself, but
Yeah.
it is also what sets the quality of the speed run video or the gamer
Man,
that's doing it. You know
While
what I
you're
mean?
talking about that dude, that homie that's got like that one old guy, and now he's old, but he's got like countless records and speed runs in like every game and high score records in every classic
Yeah.
game. I gotta pull up his name, but he just had like tons of his. He got proved as a sham recently. He was some of his times. There was a certain racer game that was a big one in this like argument. But like his best time was actually faster than a program can beat it, so faster than the possible fastest time
ever
that was
yeah,
recorded.
right.
And this guy like had this whole. He was part of the referee system to a degree of people who judged
Right,
these,
right.
and he has like tons
That
of
is-
records that
that
are all
is-
like, no, he cheated. All
Yeah.
these things he cheated. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he Harlem Globetrotters it because they don't play real basketball.
I did it in 2 minutes.
He was just-
Prove me wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he had like, they're official records. They've been
Right.
records since the 80s, a lot of them. Like,
right, exactly. Wow, that's
That's funny
amazing.
as
We'll
fuck,
get the guy's
yeah,
name.
we're
and
gonna
bring
get.
that
I'll
back
pull
with the
that up.
news
That's
here.
some nut stuff.
That's good. That's
While we're
real
on
good.
arcade games, though, I
Yeah,
went to
that-
Dave and Buster's this weekend.
Let's talk about it.
You guys been to one recently?
I almost went honestly 2 weeks ago. I was gonna do a VR. I was gonna do one of those VR
There are some
buildings.
super dope
I
games
almost
there.
went to Dave and Buster's, so I didn't go, but it's been a while.
When I first walked in, there were 2 games up front that instantly got me and my brother's attention, and we had to go play them.
Yep.
First one was Rampage.
Right.
Y'all know that game?
Fuck it.
Y'all know there's a
Hell yeah.
movie coming out starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
That shit
He's
about
in
to be
everything.
dumb as fuck.
It's going to be...
You heard that here
yeah.
first, guys.
Yeah.
From Future Man.
You figured it out. It's a conspiracy. This movie's shit.
That shit's really about to be
I can't wait to
trash.
see it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll tell you this: it couldn't be trashier than the fucking arcade game.
What, the arcade game
The
was fun as fuck?
No. The one that I played at Dave & Buster's that is based off the new movie. It has the new lizard and characters in it, so they look like the ones from the movie.
Well, that makes sense then.
It was the trashiest. Like, you could barely move and climb up a building, and you punch a wall once, and the whole floor is gone. And there's like 4 buildings, and then you beat that rack, and you go to the next rack, and it's not any harder. And it's just like you die eventually because guys are shooting from windows when you start each level, and there's no health. Like, it's trash.
Yeah.
Next to it was humongous Rock'em Sock'em robots. I
Okay.
mean, like, the size of you guys were
Right.
the robots in the ring and everything, and it was giant handles, and you got to move them around.
Nice.
But just like every...
Oh, that shit sound
Yeah.
tight as fuck.
Yeah.
I know,
wanna go
doesn't it
do
sound
that,
dope?
dog.
Doesn't matter how many friggin' stupid fake credits they cost. It was like $5 each person, and you
Yeah.
have to
Fucking
have 2
Rock'em
people to
Sock'em
play.
robots,
It's
dog.
giant Rock'em Sock'em robots. We were waiting in line to play it, watched 2 people play it. These robots just...
Oh, it's
No
not-
actual. Well, the punches never. They were just broken. They're broken like every fucking
Yeah.
every Rock'em Sock'em robot you've ever owned.
been used a
the
million
Dave &
times
Buster's
in
one turns out
fucking
break
2
the way.
weeks, yeah.
I will say
Fuck.
though, to end on a better note, I played Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
Like, I'm big on Dave & Buster's, like the movement games.
Yeah.
And they had a Kung Fu Panda where you had like panels here and here and here, and you had the target punch.
Okay.
Yeah, I played that. They got that in
Dog, I got 73
round
out of the
8.
74 to be like, you beat the whole thing and got the super credits. I was so close.
Damn.
Next
Nice.
time I will Ninja Master.
They got that round 1 up the
They got
street,
that.
dog.
Booyah. Oh, we gotta go back there.
Yeah, dog.
Gotta do it. Round 1.
Hey,
It's
yo,
fun.
we should
Let's
go
just
to
live
round
stream
1,
a
dog, and
whole
play some
episode
Street
at
Fighter, and
round
y'all
1.
Get your ass whooped again.
I mean, we used to be friends, so we used to do things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever, mother.
Then this shit has like.
Hey, what happened? Though? Why did we stop like going to the arcade and shit? What was y'all? What did you guys get into to make? Because I still go.
I've gone,
Just
just not with you
You
guys.
just don't invite us.
I haven't been going.
No, you don't invite me because you just said you've gone too.
I don't
That
go
don't
anywhere.
Count, though.
That's,
I got
that's-
it out first to say that you didn't invite me.
I have
so.
a wife and a kid that I go with, so it's family time.
I go home and sit on my couch, and I've got a dog and a
what's your
cat
excuse?
that are a lot easier to take care of.
I'm an asshole.
There we go. All right. Oh, Lordy. Lordy, Lord,
excuse.
Lord.
No, all
what are
right,
we
well,
talking about?
We're talking about New Year's resolutions starting a few months late.
We are
We are going to
in-
be friends again.
We are in the month of April, and we have a giveaway this month, and it's going to be a doozy.
It's gonna be huge, man. It's gonna be huge.
It is. God of War.
Yeah.
So PlayStation only. That's right, fam. PlayStation only.
Exclusives still exist?
We are really. I'm excited about this one. I'm
Oh,
really excited about this one.
I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, that's what I'm not
yeah.
helpful. Yeah, I mean,
You guys are just
it's
lucky.
cool to give it away. That's cool. That's
You're
like a
lucky.
cool
I have
thing
heard
to do.
so
but
much.
to-
I
yeah.
have seen so much. We're going to be
Yes.
talking about it some today.
We definitely will be talking about it. 'cause there's
Cannot
some
wait.
News on that, but however, that needs to be known. We are giving this thing away. It is going down. It is what, the 20th. That's probably lining up exactly on the day we have a show the day before. We're gonna give it away. So someone's getting it like
20th
on that
of
release.
Friday?
Is it? You tell me. Can you do the math from
20th,
that?
I
It's
believe,
18
is a
more days from
Friday.
today. So,
There's
yeah.
also calendars because I'm
So-
lazy. Pretty sure that's a Friday, though, because I work.
You can't do math though. You just
I
said
mean,
that.
like, I said because I'm lazy.
Well,
Apparently,
Was
open
it
my
wrong?
calendar takes even longer.
was it wrong?
No, man, actually, I'm pretty good with calculus.
I didn't
was
say-
teaching my brother over the weekend.
I didn't say that you couldn't do calculus. I was just saying you couldn't do math because you couldn't
The
give me the answer,
20th is totally
whether you
Friday.
were lazy or not.
So we will give it away on the 22nd.
You're
No,
gonna get it on the
23rd.
23rd. The
That
20
Monday.
The 23rd. The 23rd. So should we just like lock it in? It's got to be a digital copy. Or are we giving away physical copies?
I mean, if we do a digital
I'ma throw this out
copy,
there
though,
then. How
they'll
about
win
this?
it that Friday. We could just announce it through like
We can
Instagram
just
or Twitch.
announce it through Instagram or Twitch.
Yeah.
We can just do it through
I don't
Instagram
know. I like
on
the
Friday.
classic call in to win.
The call in to win is cool, but it's also
We
on a
could-
Monday.
Yeah, well, we could give it away on the 16th.
I mean, you can't have
We're,
it on the 16th.
we're going to
though.
hash this out right now.
You can't have it
on
on
the
the
air.
16th.
I know. You get it on the day it comes out. They get it.
Well, then we might as well just give it out on
Send
the
them
day it
digital.
comes out.
All right, then.
Okay, we're gonna do an Instagram giveaway. We're doing an IG giveaway.
You just got an extra 5 days.
an IG giveaway on the 20th, brother.
The first thing you have to do is go to the post, leave your social security and name, credit card number, and birthday, and we'll pick from there.
Picture of your ID. Don't forget that. Like and subscribe.
Yeah. And
And your favorite
follow.
color.
Don't forget to follow. That's important. No, but seriously, we're gonna give it away. It's gonna be straight up like, follow, tag 2 friends, Instagram, IG. The post is going up this
and
week.
repost.
Boom.
Is
the
it gonna be
contest.
reposted? Are you gonna Are you doing a repost too? Is that a
Everybody,
requirement?
you got to repost the contest.
Man,
dog.
if you tag 2 friends.
and repost the contest, dog, I'm just saying.
It's the sharing. It's like a pyramid.
Okay.
Sharing
So
is
you say you
caring.
get your
It
2
can
legs in the
be-
system, and then if
Okay,
one of
here
those
it is,
2
here it
legs
is,
comes
here it
in
is.
and they put their
grand
name
scheme, grand
they
scheme,
could win.
final
And you could play at their
plan.
house.
This is set in stone. Follow, like, right? Repost, tag 1 friend.
Bam.
Only one friend.
Just one.
Because come on, we don't.
I'm asking you.
We want to
You're-
give
hey,
it away.
I just want
We
to clarify the rules
we
because
want
you are
to-
laying them down.
We want to give it away. We don't want them to have to be tagging 2 friends, man. That's too much
mean,
work.
17
One
friends.
friend,
I'm
you
just
know.
saying it's
Tag your entire friends list.
like
No.
I'm pretty sure your
One
parents
friend-
and your
one
cousins
friend repost, follow,
and your,
like.
your cat's Instagram.
Hey, tag all your friends to the picture, too. I want to see the picture. Just tag them.
Okay, so that's how it
space
is.
left.
That's what we're doing. That's going to be given away on the day of. That's going to be a Friday.
The 20th.
We're going to hype this thing up. Until then, post is going to be made this week on the Plugs Instagram. That's also where you're going to be able to win.
Sign
And
up
that
before
is
because you might forget on that day.
The Plug _gaming on IG.
What?
And that's where we keep you connected to the games you love.
Listen up.
That's right.
That's what we're talking about over here.
Yeah.
Also, what do we got to talk about, baby?
I heard there's some Sea of Thieves going on.
Baby, yeah. What do we got to talk about now?
We got that coming up. Sea of Thieves making news. making
Well, we're
headlines.
gonna
That's
get into
coming
that.
up.
Let's take a little break now. Listen to some Damskis, and we'll be right back. This is the Plug Gaming on DFZRadio.com.
Peace.
Lay Your song tastes so sweet. Pour and start to dream. You know I get lifted. You know I get lifted. And I get lifted. And I get lifted. You know I Sad song on the track, yeah. Tubby love got your back, see. Alright.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
We are back.
And we are the plug.
This is fantastic, and we are the plug. Gaming on DFC Radio Network. That was like my
It was like .com.
German, Dutch, European. That was my Euro.
wonderful.
Non-English Euro, to be exact. Let's get into some news.
Hit it.
We got Xbox Game Pass announcements for the games, new games, whole new plethora of games for you Game Pass goers. The one that I saw that looked super cool was called RoboCraft Infinity, and it looks like exactly how it says, RoboCraft Infinity. You're crafting robots of all sorts. It looks really playful, more like the childish games, but you know those can still be fun. Those still can really be fun, and you're gonna get it for free if you got that Game Pass action, and that's just like one of probably 15 titles that probably are gonna get released throughout the month.
So many. It's
a lot.
They're launching off really well with the concept.
They're doing really good with it.
Yeah.
I really think that that's a great direction that they've gone with the backwards compatibility. There's 360 titles that are being released with that. I think Syndicate.
They have an infinite library they already own.
I think it's like
regular release for people.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate is coming later this month on it. 360.
And like Assassin's Creed, where they like release a bunch of mini games lately. That's a great
That
platform.
was
that products you can
disappointing, though, dog.
Syndicate, that one.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of Assassin's Creed. Not all of them are great. You know what I mean? The core ones are good.
Yeah.
The core ones are really good.
But that one, when they were talking about Jack the Ripper, I was like, oh, this is about to be raw. And it wasn't even.
It was you know. Yeah. It's good though. It's good.
I mean, it's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So.
PS4 Plus games, Trackmania. This is like a little car. You know the arcade like one that you play with the top down. It's kind of like that, but newer.
Couch co-op thing or like Couch Racer?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then there's one that's called Toy Home. I didn't look too much in that one. Looked really playful, really childish. Looks like it would be more for the family.
Okay.
Also, Mad Max for the PS4 Plus.
That's wonderful.
That's awesome. It's
that
a good game. It's a good game.
And it just like, I don't know why it didn't get
people
some
good-
overhype about it, but it was
movies,
so good.
Movies that go into games never.
Usually,
Yeah, you know, Lord of the Rings is like the only one.
But this was a
that Mad
great
Max
one
game
to
wasn't
do
that
it.
fun to
Yeah,
me.
It
really?
is. It is a good game though. I think it's fun. I think it was fun.
It's
Just a little.
It's got a better like you said. I guess it's on something that's got a really low standard.
Yeah.
Of you know, it's a low.
I don't know. I had
bar
a high
you gotta hit.
I had
didn't
a
have-
high standard for it because of E3. When we went there,
Yeah.
they had a
Okay.
whole
It's like I think
booth. They made us sit in there for 10 fucking minutes and was showing us all of this crazy
okay. Now we know why.
And I was like, oh, man.
Now we know
Okay,
why.
so you invested a little extra time into it.
Hey man, you got me waiting 10 minutes, dog. This better be good.
E3
No, don't trip it like
no,
that.
no.
When
You're
you-
talking E3
No,
10
and no,
minutes.
wait, no, dog.
That makes
Yeah,
a
that's 2
great
hours.
demo.
The video was 10 minutes. We were in line
Yeah.
for 2.5 hours.
Right,
Like, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because they like pumped it up, and when we got there, we was like, man, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Oh.
hit you with the bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. That's how it is.
Okay,
Space Brawl. This one looks interesting. This is like your space, like asteroid shooter though. Type
So you're
deal.
in
But
space.
but it's new.
You
It's
brawl.
new. It's newer, like aerospace fucking battles. Like but 2D,
Okay.
top view type. It looks really cool, very colorful, fun. It looks like a really fun game.
Dope.
Once again, these free games. That's kind of what
Free games.
they're
Thank
based
you.
off of.
Yeah.
Is their fun, their playability, their group play. That's kind of what it is. It's just
Kills it for a lot of these independent developers. to
it
get
does.
some
These guys are getting
recognition.
exactly. It's putting
Yeah.
them out there, and then they're going to release games in the future, and people are going to know who they are.
I mean, there's games that I've gotten for free that so many people have bought because
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, Sunset Overdrive,
Great game, free.
I liked Sunset Overdrive, but
amazing.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Free game came out free. Right now, you can get it for a really good price too if you missed any of those
Yeah.
those freebies. But like, dude,
Listen
tons
up.
of tons of content in the game, tons of things to do.
To beat
I
that
felt
whole
like it
game,
came up short though because they were talking about all the extra shit they was gonna do, but they never released the.
It
like,
kind of fell off.
but like
It was weird.
Kinda fell off.
then take it as its own package of a game without any extra stuff. It was a wonderful package.
Oh no, the game was fun.
There
I
was
was just
so much
expecting
world,
what they
it
said.
was-
You know, it was
Yeah,
supposed to be
yeah,
a
yeah.
way bigger game than it was. Like it was supposed to like branch off into like.
I think the development
But
fell off.
and that was an
early.
Xbox One launch game.
that's what made it
and-
crazy. It was a good game and it was a launch game, and they're never
But
good,
it's,
man.
it was a weird place, I think, for that game to have its launch and
It's a weird game.
where it was in general. It is a weird game.
It's a weird game.
But like,
you know?
come on, that was like every element you hoped it was in such a
Yeah.
dope way.
It was really dope.
And
It is
there's
a
like
cool game.
the whole city of
It had
like
that
the
jet
LARPers that you had to
set
go
radio
save.
feel
and
with
Yeah.
like
There's
it
Yeah.
was
a lot of
fun.
mix.
great
of,
sandbox, like
Yeah.
Yep.
grinding everything, zombie shooter.
It was good. It was a good game. It is still a good game.
Get
I
it.
might even fire it up.
They
What do you
got they have that whole
99
online mode
Vitas
too with it.
99 Vitas. This is one I'm definitely downloading. This is like a brawler, street brawler, side scroll brawler. Four peeps. You and your dudes. You and your squad, bro. You guys are just gonna be out there smashing skulls and taking names.
Pow, pow, pow.
Okay, but no, it looks really fun. It looks like a classic arcade.
Good.
It looks like it just was built for you getting with your homies, sitting down next to each other, popping some Mountain Dews,
We're
gaming all night.
It's the return of couch co-ops.
Yeah, dude, it's
We love it.
happening.
Keep
yeah.
'em coming.
It looks really fun though.
It started in the indie sector, and they were doing great last fall,
Yeah.
and now we're seeing just more
We're- it's-
and
it's-
more rolling out.
It's like if it were a company or a new enterprise or something like that, it would be like on a steady incline, a steady
Yeah.
rise, and that is like.
If we had one of those buttons to be like, invest now!
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. Like that's what kind of it is. Like
Yeah.
the indie sector is rising, and the quality of the game. It used to be like, okay, you're getting quality storytelling, you're getting neat, unusual things like offered to
Yeah.
you that you never got before. Now they're putting all this together and making, like, just basically AAA title games that are not AAA
Yeah.
titles. Like
You know
you're
what a
getting the
big
same
thing is?
quality.
They take a step down in the graphics. They take the classic graphics made their comeback.
Not
And a
necessarily.
lot, not all of them.
What
I'm
was
not
that
saying
one
all of
game?
them, but
Yeah.
a lot of indie games kind of took this step back
Yep.
because then you could build a bigger package in their story, in their gameplay,
Right.
in these games that have so much depth to something that looks simple on the
They
surface.
put their focus on these other
It's the-
things
Yeah.
that
Because
the
you're
AAA
not going
titles
to
were
compete
for
with
for going.
Destiny and graphics.
It's the arcade title companies. If you trip, like a lot of
Yeah.
those like arcade games that were like real dope that you played,
Yeah.
are like bigger companies now.
Or a
They're,
lot
like,
of them were-
getting
Or the
funded.
person left.
Oh,
from
yeah, like
there
somebody
and
from
started-
that company, yeah,
Exactly.
A
exactly.
lot came from the Flash community too, like Newgrounds and stuff like that.
Right, which is actually really good to see a lot of this stuff happening because it started with, we talked about it before, the Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
It started with guys like that where they were in a community of Flash programmers and game developers and makers that only got recognition through their community. So it wasn't
They did
very
on the
widespread.
internet before there was money
It
involved
wasn't very
in this stuff.
widespread. And now that these guys are doing it, they're bringing these people with them that were in that community that are now developing and,
And they grew.
Umbrellaing.
They
Yeah, yeah.
developed in these like communities of it's small teams. It's not like
that's where they were,
it's
exactly.
not. Yeah, it's not a whole squad of
Right.
programmers in a line making this.
This is
thing.
the
Like,
next
it's-
wave, and
yeah.
these are the guys that are making the games that we're going to be playing. These indie games that we're going to be experiencing as like full-fledged games. We're going to be spending so many hours playing
Yeah.
that you're not spending the extra money on all the extra production and the bells and whistles to pay all these extra people. It's like 4 or 5 core people, and it drives the pricing of the games down while you're still
Yeah.
getting the great quality and experience. And that's why you play games.
There you go.
So, kudos to the indie scene.
Yeah.
But it's happening, dude. It's happening.
And you know what? The console, like your main console providers, your Microsoft, your Sony, they've put a lot of focus in
I love
developing their
Yeah.
independent community.
Where we've seen it
Microsoft, I
going-
remember when the one first released, they did so much to help independent
We've
developers.
seen the indies being pushed towards mobile.
Yeah,
We saw that early on.
and consoles
And
want them back.
They had to change their formats of how they sold games, and that's what kind of gave the birth to
Microtransactions.
exactly. Is one of them kind of? Hey, dude, that's
gotta get your
They're
bread
like,
though
that's the
because they were
path, though.
nobodies.
It's like,
right?
hey, we got all this
But they're
butter.
like-
Where'd the bread go? It's
They're like
over
we're
there.
forced to a platform. We're forced to a platform that people weren't really gaming on.
Yeah.
The technology kind of wasn't there. The phones weren't really handling it so well. Then it started to increase, so they're like, okay, we can do this, but it's like, how are we going to get people to buy the games?
Yeah.
So we're selling them for cheap, $1,
Yeah.
or we're giving
then-
to them free, and then offering something in the game to enrich the experience
Get rid of ads.
based on whether they're
$1.99.
based on whether they're having fun or not.
Yeah.
Right. And that's kind of how they got their name known. And then once they were known, they were like, okay, now we can make our next title, and then we'll put a bigger price tag on it,
And so
offer a
many
little bit
games
more.
even developed then into. It's a whole strategy of how do you make it so that someone gets to start and then wants to spend money
Correct.
once it's time to spend money.
Correct. And that is a whole.
It is
the-
a disgusting.
You're right.
it's-
They hired like.
Hey kids,
they,
have you heard of?
they didn't hire
cigarettes?
video game developers to figure that out.
There's
I'll give you the
certain
first
ones,
one for
dog,
free. Try
psychologists.
this.
They're
smoking
psychologists.
stick.
Dog, seriously.
they hired psychologists.
They had
for
to have
this
because
shit.
there's an asshole company out here, man, that is developing a team that's making it like, hey, once they hit this level,
Yeah.
on this game, we know this is where it's going to pull
Right.
this
And
person
guess
in for
what?
$20.
You know what that shit really
Right.
hit was the masses that don't game as much.
Yeah.
Honestly, then you
That-
find these independent developers are like,
Look-
oh wait, I could make this game and sell it for
That
15
company
bucks.
Voodoo, dog. Voodoo is the motherfuckers is like, man.
No, they just
are-
make the super addicting games that you
Yeah,
got all on
dog.
your
That's
phone
what
now.
I'm saying, dog. I got 1,000 of them,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Voodoo is insane, dog.
Do you
That's
want
what
to
I'm
pay to
saying.
get rid of the ads?
Bruh,
Man, I
that,
seen 50 fucking ads. Yes, I want to know. But, you know,
Bruh.
but that's how they do it. Yeah.
but Voodoo is that fucking middle company that's taking all the hot games and doing that shit. Like, these are independent companies being bought
Yeah.
by Voodoo, and they are killing it,
and that
dog.
game that you were talking about was Hellblade.
Hellblade. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
good. Like AAA quality indie
Yeah.
developed though. And guess what? That's getting an Xbox One release.
What?
Yeah, they worked a deal or the 1 year grace period or whatever it was for
I
the
think that's what they
PlayStation
do a lot of these,
exclusive.
yeah.
Ran out and Xbox wanted to get a piece of that pie and they did.
I
So
didn't
that's
hear which
coming-
game you mentioned there.
Hellblade.
That was Hellblade. Yeah. I was excited about that.
Yeah, so that's going to the box. That's going to the box.
They just had a trailer come out just in the past few days.
Yeah.
For like the Xbox's launch trailer of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they wilding out though, dog. It's like I don't feel like I even need my Xbox now. And that's terrible.
You could need it for
I mean-
one thing, but I don't think we're talking about that
well,
yet.
you tell me. I need to know.
iDarb. Did you ever play that game?
That's the game.
Do you remember? Did you ever play that game?
No.
Hashtag iDarb. It was an entirely
It's pretty good.
community-driven. Like these
It's
guys
funny
sourced
game.
through the internet community of what a video game should be, and the community ideas are only how they design this. And it's like, man, it's like Rocket League on acid and 2D, but you get to design your own pixel characters. That's about it.
Yeah, and like
I don't know how to- I don't
you're
know-
just trying to joust somebody the whole
dude,
time.
it's with a soccer ball.
Yeah,
Well,
that I don't know how to explain exactly what it is. It's so many things.
it was a free
Hey, is
game.
that, wait a minute.
And
That's the
I only
free game
had-
they give
yeah,
away.
It
Yeah,
was
okay,
a free
yeah.
game once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I played
yeah.
that. I played.
It's
I have
really-
it.
It
It's
did
really-
up to 4-on-4.
Yeah, it
That game
offers
was
a lot of
insane.
it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Really.
that's not going to keep the Xbox One, dog.
Hey,
Don't worry.
here's a shot.
Why don't we just segue back to I was talking about a certain guy who got called for fraud. I believe it's Todd Rogers.
Todd Rogers.
Todd
Let's
Rogers.
talk about him.
Okay, we're gonna pull up his gaming career. He's got a ton of disputed records right now, I guess. So let's see. Several of Todd Rogers' records come under scrutiny. Oh yeah, a lot of them go back to like Dragster was the racing game I was talking about, where he got a time of 5.51 seconds in 1982. The record that had never been beaten by anybody to today by this classic Dragster racing game. And all it is like the most basic of drag racer game.
Yeah, it's super
But he's
basic.
got the 5.51 time, and they proved on a computer the closest you could get was 5.57. But this guy worked with another guy in this community called, Billy Mitchell, who was a professional referee. And I think, so Todd Rogers, let me clarify if he was a, No, he was just a video game player. He was not a ref. Billy Mitchell was the
he was a
ref
fucking
who
genius. Like, he
submitted
created a niche.
all this guy's
All
high
the
scores.
lie.
Yeah. So Billy Mitchell was the ref who's now under a lot of he's under some scrutiny now because he was the one who submitted all these records that Todd Rogers had broken as a professional video game player.
They used to do coke together. That's what that was.
And he's like,
And
"Hey
he's
man,
like, I got
it'll be
you,
really
bro.
funny." He's like,
We'll be famous.
and so going back and looking at all these records in the Guinness Book of World Records, all these games that he has records on have no video or faulty video or fuzzy video or really shitty records.
Yeah, it
Everything.
says he's banned completely
Yeah,
from
he's-
basically the institute that keeps all of the records banned him.
Yeah, and they just but this guy had tons of records for years since the 80s. And it just recently just became all this crap. So this is on January 29, 2018 was when Twin Galaxies removed all of his scores from their league.
He's banned
And
from
Twin
there.
Galaxies was the company that was managing this,
Yeah.
all the refs and stuff.
He was a genius, man. Telling you, dog.
Yeah, I mean,
That was the guy I used to get high
He
with,
was in
and
the
he was
movie
like, dude, you know I'm a
Pixels.
referee, right?
because he's Todd Rogers, he was in the movie Pixels,
oh,
which means he
man.
probably got to meet, wasn't Miyamoto in him?
So this guy's riding his fucking dream. He's riding this false.
He has ridden the white pony for
representation.
the 40
Yeah.
years of awesome.
got himself in a blockbuster
A movie and everything, dog.
That's the best developers of gaming.
Rock has a new role model.
trolled all these people.
Yeah, he was the ultimate troll.
He
I
is
respect
the
this guy.
ultimate
And I
troll.
bet you his famous saying was, "I'm the best ever." Just like this guy right here.
He's like,
Damn, a young Todd Rogers.
Hey, shoot
the
me your
making.
record, I'll
Oh, man.
smash that bitch, dog.
all I know is that in one of your rap records, you need to have a line that says that you're the black Todd Rogers. Assuming that Todd Rogers is not a brother. Nope, he's not.
no,
All right. Confirmed.
pretty opposite.
I'm gonna go for all of his records. See if I can beat those fake
Here's
records.
the thing. Now they got to be on good video and shit, Rock. Good luck.
Yeah.
Hey,
They were
man.
even I remember I've seen videos where they went into all the history of showing this, and some of the videos show them changing boards out for Donkey Kong and Junior Donkey Kong, and there was
Right.
a whole conversation about that.
Hey, at
Oh,
least
yeah.
they were onto it. That they were
Yeah.
understanding, dude, if this stuff needs to be video recorded, they knew that this shit was going to be
I mean,
important.
there
one
was
day.
Twin Galaxies was handling all these
They
are the
knew
world records in
this
video
shit
games.
would be important.
But guess what? Some conspiracies are real.
Hey.
Yeah, everybody's like, that is bullshit. For 35 years. And he's a fucking motherfucker.
The ultimate troll, dog.
You know,
he
there's
needs
some
a
motherfucker-
check, and he deserves a check because that's 35 years of fucking everybody.
That's
dog.
before trolling was
Hey,
fucking.
he's the grandfather
He's
of
the
trolling.
grandfather.
He got us, dog. He
grandfather.
got the world.
Our grandfather Todd Rogers.
Oh man, gotta love him.
I
man.
mean,
The trolliest troll of the trolls.
hey man, I refuse to let somebody disrespect him and talk shit
the
about.
troll Rogers.
He's that guy. and his
That's how he
trolling-
comes out when he's going for his record
Dog.
at his video game
Yeah,
comps.
35
His video
years.
game comps. Todd,
Here's the thing.
the troll.
all the people he ever trolled and really actually hated him because they couldn't beat his fucking score are too old to even even give a shit anymore.
That's
so
a
they don't even
35-year-old
know.
Imagine
joke.
but
dog.
They don't even know.
But how 20 years of one guy's life, of somebody that he knew's life, he ruined.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
he was trying to
dog.
beat
Yeah.
an impossible record.
and that guy
That didn't
probably
even
doesn't
exist.
even know he got ripped apart of these titles.
Bruh, that's
maybe,
what I'm
maybe
saying.
not.
He's
That guy-
probably
Yeah.
he probably beat this dude's real record 1,000 times, and he's just like, I just will never be as great
He
as Todd.
shattered careers.
That's 35 years of trolling, dog. That shit deserves something. He needs an award.
I've been studying Dragster for the past 6 years of my
He
life.
broke a record for the longest joke.
he could be responsible for a death,
Yeah,
mental strain, or
Hey.
something.
I'm
like
sure
that.
of it. I'm sure
terrible,
of it.
man.
He's a genius.
It's terrible.
Todd Rogers. Good
Oh,
job,
good
guy, I
old Todd,
guess.
man. Well,
That
Todd, if
is
don't nobody
terrible.
fuck with you, I fucks with you,
Oh,
Todd.
yeah.
Wow, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That is rich.
That's a 35-year-old joke,
He's
man.
53 now. Most of his life, he has been this guy. He's
the
had
majority of his
world's
life.
longest troll. Yeah.
More than not.
Hey, he's gonna
He
write
was
the
like
funniest
17
book.
when he got these records.
He's about to write the funniest book in the world, dog. How I Trolled the
How I
World for
Trolled the
35 years.
How I trolled the world. Oh,
The troll
man,
that
that's
don't
great.
need no bridge.
That's great. Okay.
He got the designers
'Cause
like,
he on
damn,
top
dog,
of the world."
How did he beat the speed? And we didn't even.
They didn't know.
Like,
He
dog,
convinced them. He convinced
Dog.
them that he beat it. Yeah.
That's what makes it crucial,
Terrible.
dog.
But we were talking about how Assassin's Creed Syndicate came to.
Yeah, sorry for
is
trailing.
coming to that Game Pass. Dead Space 2.
Yeah.
Super
nice.
Hot. That was one that came to
Super
PlayStation
Hot was
not
a
that
free
long
game.
ago. Yeah.
Oh, no, free game for Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's coming back to the Game Pass. So it's
Okay,
going to be
okay.
free for Game Pass.
Did you look at it or
I
try it?
have it. Yeah, I downloaded every
I
single
played a
one
little
them,
bit of it.
whether
It's
I
really
played or not.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely made to be a VR game first. It was.
Right.
But like playing it's kind of interesting because it's a real time control game. It's all stick figures, like polygon characters, and you're like put
Yeah,
through scenarios.
It looks like that.
But time only moves when you're moving. So you can pause and plan, and you can dodge bullets and shit. But it's like
That's
time
interesting.
moves only when you move.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and you can like punch a guy and then snag his gun and then shoot a bunch of them. It's fun.
You got it?
That
Yeah, it
sounds
was a
super
free
hot.
game on Xbox.
That sounds super hot.
Yeah.
Super hot fire.
Check that out.
Okay. It's April. We all know that. So there's been a lot of April Fools foolery going on. I was gonna say something else, but I decided not to.
Appropriate.
So games have been updating. You know, it's the cool thing to do.
Hey, we
Once
got this
again,
new mode.
started in mobile gaming, where they were bringing the seasons into these games that people were playing for longevity, like Clash of Clans always did it. They brought into the April Fools into these games. So even Fortnite had their impulse grenades would shoot you further, and the boogie bombs made you dance longer for the one day.
Yes. Dance.
Yo,
I got screwed a couple times from that.
Yo,
Now,
this
did
makes
they
sense.
post that those
DJ
updates were coming out, or
No,
just
it's
prank
April
people?
Fools, man.
Dog,
Hell
DJ
yeah.
threw one of those fucking.
Because it's not really a big deal. Like if you
Yeah.
blast yourself high off of something, you're gonna probably die anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you're only gonna you'll take a little bit of damage if
But
you're.
for those people
if
that
you
are like
threw it at
hardcore playing
somebody,
this game, they're like I know
it got
exactly
you
how far I
too.
go. Yeah.
It would get you too.
You know, that's a
crazy.
real clever
What do you
prank.
mean?
If I threw it at you,
What?
it would knock us both off of a place.
So you would
Yeah, but you
bounce
can't
even
be
though you
next
weren't
to
near
it.
it.
No, you could throw it. Like DJ threw it at this dude. He was on the edge. He was like, "Oh, I'm about to knock this fool off." He threw it. It went off and it knocked DJ off like
But
from
if
the
he's
other
close
side.
to it,
Bruh, do you know how fucking far those like top planes are, dog?
did
Like
he
on-
throw it that far, or did he
Yeah,
throw it far
threw
enough to where it could hit
yeah,
him?
he threw it at the fucking dude. DJ
Maybe the
was
guy
far.
threw one too.
Nah, dog.
It was a sniper.
It said he killed himself.
It says that when you die from fall damage, though.
Oh, okay. Then I
It
don't
was saying
know
like
then.
you eliminated yourself.
Yeah, but oh no, how would he have it when he landed? They both landed on the top. DJ opened up the chest, grabbed it, threw it at the dude because he was on the edge because he was trying to hide behind
So
a
if
tree.
they're both right there next to each other after their chest,
the
it's close
dude
enough
ran.
for an
Once
impulse.
DJ picked up everything, he ran.
Well, anyways, it's April Fool's, man.
Yeah, it was a dick move.
So whatever. But they did this shit too. So there's some articles about these battle royale modes coming out that had all these people hyped. I saw these Instagram
man.
posts. All these people were getting hard over it, this and that, like acting like fools about Destiny 2 battle royale. Yeah, man. Like right when I saw it, I was like, if you follow Destiny news, there was no news on battle royale for like 2 months, 3 months,
But
like
some
January.
yeah.
So somebody wrote an article. Kudos to this guy because he fucking
Just
had
plotting the.
so many people going. I had people playing along with it that knew about it on Instagram, and then some people that were posting it thinking it was real on Instagram.
The best.
All kinds of stuff. So it was good. It's good to see that like April Fools, like when you think that everybody's getting so sensitive, it's good to see
Good
April
to be
Fools.
fake news being okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, dude, it was April Fools. Like, remember when you used a real life April Fools people though?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, man.
on real shit?
Yeah.
On real shit? Like have
Oh,
this fool
man.
calling home like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Do you
And
have
he'd
a
be like,
favorite?
got him!
Yeah.
Got him! April
Now that we're
Fools,
here,
motherfucker,
do you
know?
have a favorite?
Of what?
Froll joke.
April Fool's joke that I've done to people.
I don't know, a favorite.
No, I don't have a favorite necessarily. They're all pretty
got some
bad.
classics.
But
I've got
some,
some that I
I've
can't
had
even
some,
mention.
if you
I've
got-
had some nasty ones done
Yeah.
to me that made me do,
Okay.
in turn.
Any that you're comfortable sharing with people on the internet?
I mean, no, I don't.
Come on, give them ideas for
Yeah.
next year if they remember. They
Because
can send a
mine are
reminder.
foul.
I have a good one done, and then like I've seen some real shitty ones done.
There's mostly of them are shitty, and
I've got
Alright.
some foul ones.
Share it. Let's get one.
I know.
Give me. You don't want to say
They
it.
listen to the show, and
Oh,
fuck
man.
you guys.
Well,
who-
I got one. My friend installed a radio in front of his buddy's car radio so that the real radio was stuck behind it, and put like this one shitty CD. It was like, Nickelback Photograph on repeat, max volume. He could not change it all day. Every time he started a car, it would just kick in the full max volume, this shitty song on repeat.
Jesus.
He got pulled over by a cop that day and like couldn't turn the radio off.
Jesus.
oh yeah, I would have to beat his ass.
Those
That's
two
pretty good
friends are
one.
one of them's really good at those pranks. He
That's
also
pretty good one.
I've seen him structure an entire MySpace page for the band that was fake, just to make this same friend think that there was a concert on April 1st.
Jesus.
Sneak onto his MySpace page, like unfollow, follow the other one.
Jeez. Wow.
That's a baller. That's a baller right there.
That's in depth.
See?
I've been worried about that.
Hey,
I'm
there was
worried
no
about
physical
being friends with
harm
that
done.
guy. Oh yeah, I know, but
Just,
who knows what he's doing for
just
fun?
to your soul having to listen
yeah, man.
to
So I was in your
Nickelback
bank
all day.
account the other day, messing with some funds.
Moved a few things around.
You know. April
I still
Fools,
got
I
it,
legally
bro.
own your car.
But your house is being foreclosed on, bro.
You know, I told you that was the lease contract you signed
Hey.
last night.
Look,
Right? Yeah, it wasn't.
oh my god.
you don't even need April Fools to swat somebody, so,
Oh man, dude! Thank God that that's cooled down a little bit, because that would be that was getting out of hand and horrendous. That's not even a good joke.
Yeah.
How was it?
Calling the
Path of
police
Exile.
on somebody isn't even a cool thing to do, let alone something to joke about.
Yes.
Yeah, it's some next level trolly shit, but you
But
gotta
not as
respect
trolly
it.
as Todd Rogers.
Oh yeah, I mean
Oh,
he's the
man, sorry.
grandfather. Like
You gotta.
They're gonna be like, you can go to jail for trolling now.
yeah.
They're like, Todd Rogers, you're going to jail for trolling for 35
man.
years. False representation.
I don't know. Did he make any money because of it?
Probably.
He did. I'm sure he made
Probably
a
made
grip
shitloads.
of money.
He
Think
was in
about
a
it.
fucking
He was
movie.
He was in a movie. Yeah, exactly.
Because
Pixels
of
with Adam
his
Sandler.
records, yeah, because his record-setting performances, that's why he was there.
Yeah.
They're not real. False representation.
Hey, can you go to jail for that though?
Put his
I
ass
think
in
you
jail.
can be like, misrepresentation, like of something that could be like thievery or something like that.
And then you're just like, hey, it
Due to
was Joe.
misrepresentation. I'm not a lawyer. I could just have made all
I'm
that
not
up.
either.
I could have heard that from a movie.
But lawyers out there, call in.
Can't argue that.
If
Give
you wanna
us
talk-
advice
if you wanna
on how
talk
to sue
gaming.
Todd
Call in
Rogers.
if you want to talk gaming, not
My
about suing
entire
Todd
life
Rogers.
was shaped by Todd Rogers' performances.
I bet the call we get is gonna be like, hey, not to cut you guys off, but Todd Rogers can get sued for that, right? Let it go, bro. Let it go.
Path of
Fucking
Exile. That was the game
Todd.
that was doing like, we got a battle royale mode coming out.
Who?
It's like Path of Exile. It's this game.
Yeah, Path of Exile that you played.
Hey, Path of Exile was good.
Tight.
Yeah.
Had us addicted for
Yeah.
like 3 weeks until we
Yeah.
were like,
It was-
guys,
because it
are we
was, like,
really still playing this?
Kind of
couldn't
like
and then,
believe
Diablo.
and then you guys
Stuck
were
with
like,
that.
all right, we're not going to play. And I was like, I'm still playing.
It was like kind of like Diablo.
it was good.
It was
Yeah.
good though, dog.
A
It was
lot of
really
shit
good.
to go.
If you were kind of drunk, it was like you were playing Diablo.
My
That's-
my guy was fucking lit. That's all
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
That's it.
It was. You were pretty OP in that game.
I was like rocking around when we got to the point where I didn't even think I had to hit buttons really to do damage. It was just like damage was just happening around me.
Yeah, that game was the shit, dog.
Oh yeah.
And those trees that one like giant tree of stats to build was humongous.
yeah, it was.
Man.
It's a lot. It's really.
You know what? I
yeah,
kind of
really
want to play
big
some
game.
Tabs now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Some PoE.
Well, it was. It turns out it was, and I didn't realize it at first, but it was all the same tree for every character. You just started in a different
Different
part
area,
of the
yeah,
tree for
right.
each character.
Yep.
But
Yes,
you could like
sir.
my character because I was going with like a mage guy. I just built the entire ring of intelligence, so I was like, all my stats were still low, and intelligence was through the friggin' roof, and everything just died.
Yeah, I mean, I was just running with the Ranger though.
Either you guys get to get on Destiny 2.
Since the
The Go Fast.
the Go Fast update, I was on it.
Or as Dotto on YouTube put it, the I move at a brisk pace. Because I would the go. It's
I
that's a
watched
bad
someone
name. That's
post,
a bad name.
You
I'll say
never
that.
sprinted faster.
Yeah, it's
you
a bad
don't
name.
sprint- yeah.
It's a bad name.
Yeah.
We'll just put it that way.
It's called the Gilf.
the Go Fast update.
But I jumped on
Bad name.
to, well, let's see. One of the classes that probably got the best of buffs
Wait,
was
the Go Fast update.
the Reese's Fast Break update.
The Go Fast update.
The
Isn't
Go
that
Fast
like
update is what they called it. Yeah.
GFU Go Fuck Yourself update.
It was the
Destiny just
it was the
telling
get back
you to,
off the
like,
game fast.
we're lying to you.
Like, come
update.
back and then go fast because
Yeah.
you're not going to stick around.
No. Okay, I played it.
No. Let's talk
And let's
about
be
it.
honest.
And it's a good update to me.
It's a good update.
It's a great update,
They
actually,
have
compared to their
solid-
last track record.
Solid buffs to Dawnblade.
So
Dawnblade
good!
is amazing.
My 10-1-6
I
build
don't-
Dawnblade with
I
max
don't-
mobility is unreal. Where
that-
you just dive in the air everywhere. Oh,
Honestly,
man.
probably buffed so hard that
The
it will
best.
probably be nerfed
Shut up.
slightly.
I don't want
The
it.
speed's too much.
It is.
They need to take it down slightly.
But what they
no,
made it is so that the Dawnblade, if
It's
you're
viable.
playing
No,
that
it's
build,
viable.
your dodge is like
Yeah.
the roll.
It's
It's
viable.
like the hunter's
Oh,
roll
but the,
now.
the
But you get to do it in the
skip on
air.
it and the speed though with because the jumps
yeah.
improved as well.
Yes.
So it
All
is
the jumps are
it's pretty amazing.
I have
speed
the
that they
strafe
can
jump.
move. And on PvE, it's
You
fucking
can
gnarly.
if you
I've
are,
seen a guy kill himself from just moving.
Yes, you. So this was
They
well. This
moved
was
so
something
fast
in
he
Destiny
hit a
1.
wall, killed himself.
I heard this.
How do
was
you
as,
kill yourself?
He's on
dog?
Dawnblade activated, and the speed
Yeah.
boost that you get from it, the new buff,
Hey, I can answer this.
puts you through the wall, kill you.
It's they call it skating, and it
called
existed
skating,
in Destiny 1.
Yeah, it's Titan
And-
skate. It's a Titan skate.
Okay,
though.
so it's a Titan skate in Destiny 1. No one's been able to do it with a Titan yet, but yeah, that
you
Dawnblade
remember
does
when
it.
I went through Destiny as my Titan, and
Yeah.
you were like, Dutch, how the fuck did you?
Yeah.
That's what the skate is. Is where I'm like,
Just booking.
You're
through
doing
this-
your sprint attack
Yeah.
that boosts speed faster than you can run at, but you don't lose momentum if you do it right. So the Dawnblade was, if you were doing the dodge in the super, you would kind of slide. You could just jump again, and when you have the strafe jump is like so quick.
Yeah.
No, it was the burst jump
It's
you
the
have to
burst
use
jump, yeah.
because it just gives you like a blast
Straight in
forward
the
right
direction
before
you're
you
moving,
while you're
yeah.
dropping down. It'll blast you forward, and you go so fast.
it's amazing.
But
that
how the fuck
you
did
start-
you kill yourself like they?
You hit a
would-
wall.
You move so fast.
Once you hit a wall,
So
Speed
it's
that
like
you're moving, it's like
So
if you
you-
were in your speeder and you were hit a wall, it would
So here's-
kill
here's,
you.
uh,
That's how fast you're
I
Is
have
that
an
what they
experiment
wanted
You
to
in
do
move
to
the
be
faster.
like, though?
You move faster than it. You move faster than your Sparrow.
Is that
Yeah.
broken or is that what
That's
they wanted?
no intentional.
Oh my god.
100% intentional.
Insane.
Arcstrider's the same. Animations are cut down. The dodges are faster. The buffs more powerful. He can accept more damage.
Yeah,
all
you've got like a
kinds-
stronger shield with all
all
the
kinds of
melee-based
Yeah.
supers. You're like way more powerful,
Right.
way faster.
Right. So in PvE, this is where the benefits are really coming in.
Yeah.
PvP, however, the TTK still too high.
Yeah.
They're not going to really solve that until they it's still too. It needs to be brought down lower. They need a lower time to kill. It needs to
Yeah.
take less shots of certain weapons, hand cannons, mostly scout rifles. But the pulse rifles are better. They're not per se where I'd say where they would need to be because you're not getting any value unless you're hitting headshots.
I feel like they
And it's not a hand cannon. It's still a
diet
rifle.
fixed
It
the
should hit
guns.
you so hard
Yeah.
that it should be causing enough damage even if it's a body shot, right?
Yeah.
I feel so. I will say this though. There is a new update that they are working on. Strictly
for guns.
guns.
Good.
And exotic ones is the biggest part of it.
Yeah, they
There
did say
is
they want exotics
a
to feel exotic.
beautiful video with the Strum and Dring, where this guy is two tapping with the Dring headshots like a madman, and it looks really clean and beautiful, and it makes you feel like the weapon is powerful as
I
the
haven't seen that
description
video.
says.
That's really good to hear.
Right? You read that description of those
Yeah.
exotic weapons, you're like, oh my god, this gun is badass.
It's you
But
get
then you
one
start
of these
using
to
it,
use. You should be OP
you start
when
using
you're
it
using
and you
that.
don't feel OP, and
Yeah.
then now they're like, this is what you should feel like. So they increase the overloading capacity of the two when you hit the crits or precision or kills with one or the other to refill, and then it also gives the boost back to Strum when you are hitting precision shots with the Dring. So they didn't really change it. They just increased its viability by giving you more of that reload.
Their big statement
The
in
reload
the
is
Go
now
Fast
20.
update. Okay,
So it's 20 bullets put into your hand cannon, right?
that's a lot.
Right, exactly. So now you're not worried about preserving these crit shots that you have to hit before you want to reload. You're going to be a little bit more free on letting a couple of them fly.
That's
Getting
good to hear.
that,
Yeah.
that real big
Especially
shot.
in that 3
you know.
burst. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going to try to get that real good
Oh
shot.
no, I'm thinking
but,
the wrong gun. Sorry.
But you're like, don't let that one off because I'm afraid to miss because I only have so many rounds.
Yeah.
But now with that instant upload to like 20 rounds off of a kill or a couple kills in a row, you get 20 overloaded. You're gonna just start rifling that thing away,
Yeah, that's
like a
insane,
sidearm,
dog.
like
Yeah.
a real sidearm.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And if you're hitting headshots, it's 2-tap.
it's the perk is a perk now.
Now it's a real
It's not
perk,
just
exactly, and
a
it's
little
viable
perk,
throughout
yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
PvP, PvE, viability, and that's the balancing that a lot of people are talking about with where we don't want to have to use just 3 weapons.
They claimed to boost every weapon as opposed to nerfing them, but like you said, TTK is too high. It is just
Yeah.
they
That's-
feel like you didn't get a boost to the weapons. What they boosted
just-
really well was the movement.
You're still
They've-
getting team shot.
To me, it was this update.
Oh,
what
man,
they
they didn't
fixed
fix
in
that
this
yet?
No,
was
that's still the core.
yeah.
It's still the core of the
they
game.
said
though.
they were, but like you got fixes in how the ammo works.
right.
So now sniper
You're
rifles, you get more
dangerous.
rounds.
You're more dangerous. you
Uh,
are more dangerous as an
Yeah,
individual.
rockets, you're getting 1.
Yeah.
Actually,
you're more
so-
dangerous as an individual, absolute. But if the other team still just employs the same strategy,
Yeah, you
It's the
still
same
should,
thing.
Oh, and then
yeah.
they fixed the heavy ammo thing too.
And I mean, but at the same time, you're stronger, but that means everybody else is stronger. So
true.
it's
So
like-
they're
Well, the idea is
so,
everyone's supposed to be
so
more super,
if
but
they're-
you don't die any
so
faster.
if they're still so if they're still doing the same team shot technique and you're not, it doesn't change anything for you. And that's they're really not getting rid of that.
Are they going to bring the
problem.
weapon
Here's-
roll back?
What they
they're bringing the weapon rolls back as well. They're
Okay.
talking about it at least, right? These are things that they're all working on, and they're like, we can't just
They had
really
this term of like
overhaul it
what
all.
healthy grinding is, sort of like we don't want people to just be grinding because it's like, well, that's what I want. They want
that's the
people,
grind.
yeah.
Yeah, I
but
mean-
they were like, we don't. Wait, they want
Because for
they
somebody
said they
to
wanted
put-
a different type of grind, but that's
But
why
you
they
see,
got
that's
rid of the
the
rolls.
weird
They
though.
just don't want god rolls. They don't want
Yeah.
people going for these god rolls, which are like the certain perks that, like, probably technically.
Then
shouldn't be
don't
matched up with
fucking
each
make
other.
it possible. Like,
But
But
that's the beauty
like you
of
said,
the
they-
roll at the same time. It's
This
a double-edged
Go
sword,
Fast
man.
update,
Like,
you'd
Yeah.
feel like
someone's always
you
gonna be mad.
you feel like you didn't get the guns update you wanted in this.
Yeah.
You got certain
Really.
fixes, which was mostly in heavy guns.
Yeah.
Your power weapons,
But I
you
will
got
tell you-
the ammo drops, and they improved how to handle
I will
ammo.
tell you, if you're skilled, it can make a difference. There is a difference.
yeah.
Like the hand cannons hit harder, right? They do feel better. They hit harder as well, and
It just-
their kind of unwielding nature has been kind of brought back into more of a controlled. It's still wild where the
Yeah.
gun kind of
My
launches
scout
off to
rifle
the
felt
right.
a lot better.
Right.
Scout rifle's got a nice
The
boost.
pulse rifles are feeling great. The thing is, linear sniper rifles. No one ever used them.
Oh, the linear fusion rifle.
Fusion rifle.
Yeah.
No one ever used them.
They
They
perked
got
that thing a lot.
Huge buff. They are great. They're in PvE. They're great.
It's
PvP,
appropriate to pick one.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still whatever. But it doesn't. You're no longer storing your ammo for the final boss. Remember when you're like, well, we can't use our rockets. We can't use our.
And then there
sniper
was
rifle
the
until
Wardcliff
final boss.
glitch with the dogs,
Right.
and it was like blue, 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 and then you
Right,
get
we
a lot
can't-
of heavy drops.
We can't do that, right?
Yeah.
We can't continue saving our stuff for one guy. We should be using this heavy ammo
Always.
throughout the fight for when we're challenged, not just for one person, one part of the level for us to advance. We shouldn't be doing that to save it for the last boss. We should have it then for sure, but we shouldn't have to be forced. Like, we don't use heavy ammo in Nightfalls until the end
Yeah.
because you won't beat it if you don't. Like, it's
Yeah.
fucked up. That's kind of fucked up that you have to
it
play.
sucks that it's so
into that-
heavy on the planning and that
Exactly,
in
like-
your guns.
Right, in their guns.
You have
shit that
three.
you use to stay alive.
You have
Like, right,
three.
exactly. Like your resources of the game are limited, and not by, like, literally like the choice of them. It's like this is where it drops and only like where it drops. Like I should get more ammo of it then.
Yeah,
The drops
I
are
agree.
fine, but load my clip all the way. Like, what's a 5 rounds? What is that? Fusion rifles, 5 rounds.
So it's
Linear
like-
fusions, 3 rounds. Like, come on.
We're like 50% through through updating the guns appropriately to what we want.
It's being done.
We made the steps, but we're not all the way there.
It should have been called the Go Fast. It's a good update. The
Now-
PvE, guy, I'm telling you right now, you got to get into it. If you haven't, it's
To
back.
run back into Nightfalls
It's back.
is-
It feels great. It's like the fucking first-person shooter that you're fucking
Good.
wanting.
No, I was going to play
you
last
feel
night, but
powerful.
I was.
You don't have to use fucking Uriel's gift. You don't have to use fucking.
You can use whatever you
scout
want.
rifle. You can. Dude, the inaugural address. Butter, dude. I liked it before, right? And now it is just fucking like it's.
They did
It's great.
I did try my Better Devils for a minute, and they made a weird change on that.
They had to.
Because of how they were changing how the power works on the guns. Now it does more on the shot, but less on the explosion.
The explosion. Well,
Yeah.
that's the benefit of it is that the explosive rounds don't have fall off. So I could
Yeah.
shoot you or the enemy from twice as far as normal. I may do less damage on the initial hit,
But the
all my
explosion.
spread damage is going to stay the same no matter my distance.
But that's why it was too OP. Was like all the damage was coming from the explosive round,
exactly.
and now it's more coming from the base bullet,
Right.
and then the explosive damage is a nice perk.
It's a nice perk.
So it's more balanced that way. So like we're doing a nice change to these things,
It's
but
going back
they
to the
did
skilled
make
shot.
the movement in it is so nice.
It's going back
now.
to the skilled shot, not the weapon you're using.
Good.
I could have a pulse rifle. I could have the vigilance wing. I could have whatever gun I like. But if I'm hitting you with crits, I'm doing good damage and I'm being effective to where I can end you faster than if you just had your Uriel's gift and you were just like, "Brrr," or your anti-op D all over my body and then once in the head. Then it's, you know what I mean? That was
And that's
the
why we
recipe.
feel like the
that was the
guns are-
recipe,
like,
right?
the
That
guns
was the
between-
recipe.
yeah,
Anti-op,
so
brrr,
what
run
you
it up their
said
body.
there is a
You
good
did
point.
that.
That's how you do it, dog.
It's like
Start low and let
anybody-
it do its thing.
yeah.
Like that was
But
the
so
recipe, you know?
and that's what you're saying. So like right now, like a lot of the guns are more balanced across the guns. It's just that they now all need more of a tune-up.
Yeah. Like the anti-op, you would still win. You're still winning battles if you're anti-oped and you're close, and they maybe have like.
But you gotta
something.
be close.
But
they definitely made the
but-
drop-off better.
But it's not like if that person's good and they get the good one on you, like it will flinch you and it will be enough to where you're not going to get those same shots. So there is makeup there and there is differences there, but those meta guns are still going to be the meta.
And I read the power change notes. I remember, like, so even to use SMGs as a good example, SMGs actually went up in power, even though that was the gun they were bouncing, because the idea
of
was
the-
to make everything stronger.
It was also
But-
PvE. Those are a lot of PvE
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
right
Okay,
there.
so yeah, thanks for clarifying. But so they improved the power of the bullet, but they gave it a higher drop off, or like a worse drop off.
Yeah, so the further
So-
away you're going to be, it's not going to hit as much.
Yeah.
But like if I'm closer
Or
to you,
the
it's hitting
drop
more.
off actually starts sooner.
Yeah,
is
it's
what it
hitting
is.
more, and it's making a lot of sense because you waste so much ammunition. And when you're playing PvE, like in PvP, it's hitting a little bit harder, but you've always been wasting a ton of ammo, and you're not really firing it as much. It's not consecutive enemies after and after.
And we're talking
So-
about an SMG here.
so
the
it's
way
not
the gun's
really
supposed
the,
to work.
The concern's not really so much with like your ammo wasting, right? PvP, but in PvE, you would never use an SMG because you would never have ammo for it because you'd fight 3 guys and all your ammo's gone because you
You're like, I just used 45 rounds and
excessively
he's still alive.
fired weapon
He's a
like
cabal.
an SMG is excessive rate of fire. That's what that that's
Yeah,
what it is.
close range, high rate.
Right. And it doesn't make sense. So now you're finishing enemies faster, right? But still having the same amount of ammo load capacity. It actually got increased, I should say. The clips are the same, but the amount you get
Oh,
is
yeah.
more. But
All
the clip
across
size
the board,
is the
you
same.
get bigger,
So you're getting a bigger carrying capacity. The clip size is the same.
big buckets.
More damage. So that all makes sense and is balanced when you have a gun that fires at a high rate.
I
like, if
didn't
you're
do
missing
any
shots-
Nightfalls, but I got a little bit of PvE play in when I
Yeah.
hopped on to mess around.
Yeah.
And like it was everything was I was a killing machine.
It felt like the go fast felt better when you talked about PvE.
Yeah.
It was more appropriate. The PvP it wasn't very appropriate.
I did have
Title?
fun but not from the guns perspective, from the character movement perspective.
Yeah.
Because in PvP, I felt like
Go fast
I'm
if
granted
you're a
this- yeah.
warlock update.
I was, yeah. If you go fast as Dawnblade with your fucking flame sword and your dodges that launch you everywhere.
they really did make the Dawnblade a
It
badass.
was, so,
They
and
really
that's
did.
my PvP
Is that-
class.
is
So
that
to
the
jump
only
back
one
into
that
it,
they really beefed up.
no, they
No,
beefed
no,
up a
no.
lot of things.
But they really
but
made the Dawnblade a badass. It's
Dawnblade, where
viable,
it's so
super
viable now, is
Well, it's
think about it how it was a hunter party because they just had the speed and the dodge roll. Dawnblade build, especially if you got the wings so you can pause in the air, and then you can use the dodge, and the dodge is as good to me now like the hunter's dodge roll. So it's you have the mobility in the air, and with the way they did strafe glide, the warlock and the titan, you can do that little short hop strafe move, and you have all the maneuverability you're supposed to have. You can swoop around. You can actually, with strafe glide, you can actually move faster than moving, appropriately like you're supposed to, not like how it was before, where it was just like I could turn a little left.
Yeah.
Now you can like woo, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's right. It's kind of how it was described.
And then, like he was saying with the skating, the burst does a significant boost right at the beginning when you just blast it off. So if you do short burst kind of jumping, it works really well.
Okay. I'm not a Dawnblade guy. That's why I'm asking.
That's I got lucky.
Well,
that was
now
my
you can check
favorite
it out,
build,
and I think that's
now
kind
it's
of their
the
point.
king build.
And that's kind of their point too. In also fixing these things, they are going to make people want to play the other classes.
And
good. That's good.
you
for
did
them.
get free for all back. I tried a couple rounds of that.
Yeah,
that was
Rumble,
kind of fun.
Rumble's
Rumble was
back.
Good.
8 men.
You think
is
drop
a
to
little
6?
much. Is a little much. And the spawn locations.
Oh
are
man, so
shite,
many spawn
but
kills. So many spawn kills. It was
it's
just
pretty,
like that.
It's
You
pretty
can't.
shite. But
I mean, it's
Hey.
free for all. There's not much
Yeah,
to do about
yeah.
it.
yeah, but like,
But,
like
like-
when you're getting spawn killed,
6 people, you won't get spawn kills as
yeah,
much.
you shouldn't be getting spawn killed in any.
And I mean spawn kill because like I came to life and that guy came to life there,
Yeah, like
and it's free for all.
and he can see me.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just looking at you and
Yeah,
you're looking
he-
this way?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
Plus, like,
bullshit.
you hop back
that's
on
what I
though,
mean.
and you
not
get
not like he's roaming the map, like knowing
yeah,
where you're
okay.
spawning. No,
But here's the
Not
reason
like
why
he's a
you
G.
should just get back on Destiny now. If you are playing PvP, it's a lot of people who aren't good on there at the moment.
so you can just fucking run out. Yeah.
Like, I am OP every time I decide to hop back into PvP, and I know it's because everyone else is playing Fortnite or something else. Like, you want to be good, you want to feel good at Destiny PvP, now's the chance to feel good if you already know how to play it. I'm sure some of them are coming back.
That's.
now,
I mean,
but not yet.
like from
Not
a guy
yet.
that plays a lot on the PvP, and like that's actually like exactly what I think and hit the nail right on the head. Like if you go back in and start queuing up, and you
Oh,
and you
thank
played
you,
it,
dude.
and you played with us, like you're gonna be fucking godly.
I shouldn't be a god in that game. And I was in Rumble like, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Oh, I'm going to stand here and dance. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's time to get that flawless, Sam.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that was the time.
But you know, I truly do feel that way. So,
We got till
but
9.
you know, it will come back. I think it will come back
Yeah.
slowly but surely. But
it's
like
headed
you
in the
just
right
said,
direction.
Fortnite, man.
But dog, everybody on my friends list last night was playing Destiny.
Fortnite,
That's
Right,
why
Well, so
I was like,
Destiny's a big fucking ship. They're steering it now where
Yeah.
it needs to go, but it still needs to complete a turn,
But
and that takes
Fortnite
a
got
while.
a stranglehold on that community, man.
Yeah, they do.
They fucking
You know
doing
what?
the work, man.
Now that Fortnite is back in this, while I was on my trip, I'm hanging out with my 13-year-old sister and her best friend who came out on the trip with my family.
They're like, please,
And
Sam, we need a
they,
dubski.
no, they're playing. They were obsessed with Fortnite on mobile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I was just
Huge.
blown away that like
Yeah.
my little sister who
Yeah.
like barely played video games the last
Yeah.
time I hung out with her. Like she played video games like Mario Kart,
Yeah.
but she's playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
That was like
It's huge, man.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's
that
huge.
that was like
yeah.
me going into my real world and being like, that's not someone I should expect playing this game at all. And I am blown away that
Yeah.
both of you are sitting in bed in a hotel with a ton of shit to do,
Yeah.
and you two are sitting in bed playing Fortnite mobile. I'm not going to complain about that because that was me as a kid too.
Yeah.
But like, that was me as an adult. I was next to them playing my Switch.
Yeah, right.
But like,
That's
that blew me away
it's
for a minute.
huge. It's a huge game.
Yeah.
It's viral. Everybody's playing it. All walks of life, ages, race, creed, color.
They also had like
Everybody.
14 other of those battle royale styled mobile games that
Right,
exist now.
'cause
They were
it's the
like, yeah,
rage,
we're
but-
switching to this one now.
And that's what I'm telling you too. I don't like. Don't get me wrong. Fortnite is
Yeah.
tits. It is the best, but the battle royale recipe is kind of what it is, though.
Yeah,
Right? It's that idea of the Hunger Games.
yeah.
You know, that's what it is. Like
And
we
that
get dropped
genre
in.
has just blown.
Yeah, it is blown up, and it's influencing
Everywhere.
other games, other genres. It is. It's widespread. It's an epidemic.
What I want to see is not a shooter that's going to be a killer battle royale like that. Like, you know, it'd be a great game is something like Smite almost,
Okay.
or I don't know, powers-based games,
They're
or
gonna,
like
they're gonna, there's
mythological
I'm
creature-based
sure we'll
games,
see
but
all of
not
it.
guns-based would be really cool. But
I'm sure we'll see
Yeah.
all of it.
You
Have you
could
seen
get, like, a Skyrim
have you
battle
seen
royale?
Darwin Project?
I heard
It's
of
got
it. I heard
gun,
of it.
it is
once.
kind of gun based, I guess. You get like a real rudiment. It's not sophisticated weapons. Like
Okay.
it's you throw an axe and have a bow. I think a single shot bow,
Cool.
and it's like battle royale in a rank, and then the circle starts shrinking down. But it's more like a open floor, like arena style Quake.
Is that free?
Yeah, it's a game preview on Xbox, I think, right now.
Hey,
Oh,
dog,
cool.
that should sound tight, dog. I
Darwin
want to play
Project.
that.
Yeah, check it out though. I think I got it downloaded as free as a game preview, but I'm not sure if it's like a limited thing. I think it's popular on PC and people are playing it on PC.
And it'd be
Honestly, I
tight,
want to
though.
be
Do
playing
you have to
some Sea of
retrieve your
Thieves,
weapon?
but I don't have.
What's up?
Like if you throw the axe, do you have to retrieve it?
I think you get another one, or you
that's
might
it.
have to retrieve it. I don't know. I only watched a very
See,
short.
that'd
play
be
of it.
tight though.
Okay.
You throw an axe at that motherfucker, hit him in the chest, and he like, oh, and you just go and grab it and be like, yeah,
Dog, you talking like
brutal.
Kratos right
Let's
now.
get it, dog.
You talking like Kratos right now,
Ross
though.
has made his own game right now.
Let's get it.
Axe Thrower Deluxe.
Called brutal.
Division 2. Oh no,
Brutal
God of
Axe.
War gameplay and videos. Videos are out now. New one, a
Yeah.
new gameplay trailer, new battles.
Shows you some in depth into the lore too. That's
Yep.
gonna happen just because you get to
really
know the
good
trolls
video.
a bit.
They also are going to do a performance mode on PS4 Pro. That means you're going to be able to choose from your high rate, frame rate, or your better graphics. You're going to be able to choose probably 3, maybe 4 options that they'll have on, kind of upscaling or downscaling.
It's good for
any
customizing
one
your
of those two.
experience.
It's like these guys that are so concerned about talking to their buddies about, oh, I got a PlayStation, they got a PC. That's why they do it. They're like, here, we'll give you a couple options you can play around with, make you feel like you're customizing it, like these PC guys do. Because it's all about the settings, man. I got this on Ultra. This one's on Ultra. This one's a little bit taken down. I
Flash
got
to
my
the scene from the
V-Sync.
cable guy.
I got
where
my screen
Jim Carrey's
carrier all
like
set
setting
up.
the
You're like,
TV.
dude, yeah. I threw the disc in and it played in 1080, 60 frames per second.
Beautiful.
That's what I did.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
matters.
So right. Are we at the end of the day? Are we playing and having fun? Yeah. You went through these settings. I didn't. Okay.
You got to play sooner.
Right. Yeah. I fired it up. Yours looks slightly better because you have this insane graphics card in there. Well, mine is plugged right here into the wall. I can unplug it, take it into that room.
Well, tell us, Rock, what kind of
in here,
visual settings you're gonna get for Axe Thrower Deluxe?
Axe Thrower Deluxe. Are we looking at 1080, 60?
4K? You gonna
I'm
hit
thinking
it?
4K, baby.
4K.
8K, motherfucker! You
these
gotta use 2
axes look
TVs. You got one TV that's you and one TV that's the action
So-
thrower.
I've been
So-
talking to Square Enix for the last week and a half about
So what do we do in the game? Well, you throw the axe in that man's chest, then you go over there, you get it, and you.
and you go to work.
Then you cut his head
But-
off because you want him to die.
If he counters, you don't have your axe, but it leaves him open for a brutal beatdown.
So like PvP, you have to
There's
mash.
always an option.
In PvP mode, you mash X to like pull the axe out and throw it back at him.
No, like just once he gets hit, you get close to him, you hit X, you grab the axe, and then you just dog his shit out.
There you
That's
go.
all I'm saying.
There it is.
Axe Thrower Deluxe coming to you eventually.
So we're expecting to
We
see
think.
God of War probably at E3.
Can't wait.
Division 2.
Wait,
We're going to see
E3?
that at E3.
we're gonna see God of War at E3?
That's what they're saying. I mean, not my bad. I have these mixed up. Division 2. I'm talking
We're
about
gonna
Division
see
2.
that
I did
at
not mean
E3.
to say God of
I
War
just
prior
had to
to
catch
that.
We were on
Thank
the
you.
topic.
No, thank
it's
you.
a dope ass game.
We're blending. We're blending and merging here. Division 2
April
announced. we will have more at E3. That's what I was saying.
Yes.
Division 2. And I played the shit out of Division. I know Rock played even more than I did.
I didn't play any of it.
It is a fucking great game. And
It
if
is.
they can even just give us some new places to go, I'll be thoroughly satisfied.
Well, they're
Man,
now
Division
following
2.
in the
So-
shadow
If they're doing what they
of-
said they were going to do, remember in
Yeah,
the beginning,
no, I
you were
know.
supposed to be able to leave New York, go to like Chicago
Yeah.
and like all these big.
That's what I think they're
cities,
doing.
dog.
That's what I think
So
they're
if they
doing.
open that up, man, they'll already kill the game.
I
That
think
game
that's
will
what
take my
it's
life.
just going to be
right
widespread.
now, though, how far are we into the division? 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
So what you're
People
saying
still
is
playing
they
it.
are
New updates still coming
Dog,
out.
I'm
all
just
the fucking
pointing
shit that
one
they
thing
do,
out.
the events, is what's the game was supposed to be. All the events,
Yeah.
everything that they promised that they put into events. So if they make it what it's supposed to be,
Oh,
we
don't
got
worry about
this
that guy.
shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But okay, so I'm just pointing out. Guess where they're at? They're meeting the bar of here's Destiny 2. Where's Division 2 gonna fall? Because
No, yeah,
they're in
it's
the
true.
same exact routine right now.
It's true.
3 years
It's
of
true.
building a game up,
But
and then hey,
this
shit,
is
let's
this is
just make a new one.
This is Ubisoft.
And the biggest complaint
company,
about Destiny
but a
2 was
company-
they should have just made Destiny 1 bigger.
But yeah, they probably shouldn't.
So-
they probably shouldn't have made Destiny
and now
2.
Division is Division 2.
Yeah,
so,
but,
like, I'm just curious.
but we're also dealing with Ubisoft,
yeah.
Assassin's Creed 7.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they know what they're. I think that they can handle a sequel a little bit better.
I just
Honestly,
wanted to like
I don't see Ubisoft
comparison wise,
dropping
they're in
the
the
ball
same boat now.
Like
They're
that,
not going to
dog.
drop the soap rock.
I don't think so, man.
Well, they just have enough money; they can buy all the soap
Even if they
and
drop,
extra
Could
soap.
drop as
They're
much
like,
soap as
oh
you want."
shit! I'll just
Dog,
pick this
I'm
one
not
up.
trying
I haven't got to bend over. I'll just grab
We got like
another
a
brand new
soap
thing.
just grab a
dispenser
brand new
for
one
new
up.
bars whenever you need it.
Oh,
but this
so
is the whole thing. If they release the same game with all the updates basically just put into the game and then add it from there, people would be happy. Because that's all it is. They just wanted what they gave you in the long term when they promised you it up front, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if they make that happen, I honestly see that being one of the biggest games to drop, hands down, especially if you can go to another city as well. And if you could bring your character over, oh
yeah,
my
that is
God.
humongous.
Truth.
That sounds like the kind of dreams they had with Crackdown 3 that is somewhere. Where is that game right now?
In development.
Forever. But no, like they had this like super expansive idea, not in cities, but what you could do to your city instead. Because Crackdown 3 is the one where it's like you were supposed to be able to destroy your literal buildings, the entire city.
can't?
You could. The idea of Crackdown 3 was this, and this was part of the cloud processing concept, was that your system wouldn't need to process this because it's happening on a cloud server. And the city you're playing in when you're doing PvP, like if you blew up that building, everybody's watching that building collapse and fall down, and it's gone now from your city.
Oh shit.
Like you could destroy your city, and that was like.
But you're a
but that's
why would you do that?
for
The whole
PvP type
Crackdown's
stuff.
all based on destruction.
This was their online thing of cloud. But that's pretty like
Cloud-based
extreme in what you
processing.
can, do inside of a world, and in a sandbox have stuff like that
I
happen.
mean, it's possible they did it with what's the name of that shit?
Mercenaries.
Battlefield 2. Yeah, in Battlefield
yeah.
what was it? Battlefield 4. Like if you blew up a building, everybody would see that motherfucker get leveled if you
Yeah.
like demolitioned it.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's
That's what's
possible.
up. It's all
We'll see.
possible, baby.
We'll see.
So yeah, Division 2 is gonna be at E3. We're gonna probably be at E3. No, we're gonna be there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We will be at E3 getting the lowdown, the
Showing
scoop,
you it
the
all.
full 1-1.
I'm gonna accidentally walk into Reggie again and not fuck it up this time.
Yeah, not take this weird, creepy, over-the-shoulder
You know
photo.
what? That's why I didn't share with the world. Did I? I don't
you
know.
did.
Fuck.
You did it live, baby.
Oh, God.
You're like, yeah, I you got this photo. We're like,
You know what's the
Sam,
worst is-
Sam.
Yeah, I know.
It looks
It was,
like a little weird. You're like, I
I
know.
know.
I know.
I was like, this is the best I can
What
get.
is Reggie, dog?
I just had to
It was
show I
classic.
was within that
Yeah,
distance.
it was classic.
I was that
Yeah.
close to the man
yeah,
himself.
Of course, it was. I'm sure you weren't the only person that
No,
was fucking.
no, I'm pretty sure millions of
yeah,
people were
they
right
got
there.
all kinds of weird photos of his ass.
But I got the
underneath the.
Yeah, I know. I see. If
Is
I
he
was
looking-
more that's why this year this is round 2. We're more prepared.
Right.
When I'm like, oh shit, that's his face, and
Now
I'm
he's gonna
gonna
have the
shake his
selfie
hand.
stick and be like,
Exactly. It's already gonna be filming when I accidentally walk into him and get to shake his hand. And it'll be on film.
Oh, there it is.
And it'll be real.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And then we'll put it on the internet because everything on the internet is real.
It's all real, dog. It's all real.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have
think
that. We'll have
so?
some coverage on that and all the latest and greatest from there. That's going to be just a wealth of information. And
Too
also,
much
that's
stuff.
going to
It's
even
gonna be
mark the 1 year of this show, man.
The plug.
Oh shit, that's right. Huh?
Yeah.
Damn, we coming up on
That's
a year.
insane.
We
Insanity.
started
bitches.
E3. We coming back around.
That's pure insanity.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be celebrating all that, too. So it's going to be going down. It's going to be a big month.
Love to check in with some old friends.
Big old month for us over here at the Plug
Yeah.
Gaming. Far Cry 5 mixed reviews, sold 500,000 copies on Steam.
Looks great. PC players
I think that's what
loving
it is.
it.
I think
Hey,
that's what it is.
It looks
Like you said,
good,
settings.
but the game is ridiculous, man.
It's Far Cry.
Hey, dog.
Yeah.
Like the more I've been thinking about this, the more
Hey, hear me
I've
out,
been.
bro.
I
Hear me
think
out,
I'm
bro.
gonna buy the game tonight. Like
But
that's
this is
how
what
it is
is.
for me.
I told you it was fun, and I can't take away from it being fun.
buying
But when you see the graphics, it just makes it look so cheesy because it's so extra out.
They
dog.
say it
Okay,
looks.
okay.
I seen it. It looks great.
It does look really
I'm telling-
good.
Graphics wise, it looks
Looks
good.
beautiful.
But you do so much extra out shit.
Yeah, your character's like OP.
You just look.
No,
you
they
look
say
insane.
that like they say they have huge. The game engine has huge problems. Like people you blow people up and they like shoots them into the wall and they get stuck into the wall.
Perfect.
Like they said, there's all kinds of stuff.
I
But
saw
yeah,
someone,
like,
I saw someone
I'm
hitting
like,
cows with a
Far Cry.
baseball bat, and they were like, or like they were hunting some animal, and they would hit him with a bat, and they would just fly over.
Yeah, they said it was.
Yeah,
some
he's
of the
so
things that
OP.
you
Cow
see.
launcher.
It's just, but at the same time, in all of them, he's been like the main character's been OP.
I heard you could throw an axe into a dude's chest, and then walk up, and you press X, and then you just, well, how'd you put it? You just finished the
So
other
Rock's game is actually built with inside games. You don't just buy this game
You
by
have to-
itself.
It's like DLC. It exists in the
It's
other
the Hard
games.
Rock
You
DLC.
gotta-
That's all it is. Man.
Oh man,
I'm gonna start developing that, man, for every game. Hard Rock
Castlevania.
DLC,
Can I get
some
it in
extra
that?
out shit.
that is too good. Let's take a little break, and we'll come back and we'll start to end the show, and we'll talk about
Get that little theme song.
Your mother's.
some new releases, some Sea of Thieves, and that's probably be it. Rock will talk about you'll talk about mothers after, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe
Rock
a little bit
after
now.
hours.
Rock's mom talk.
Right before break, you know, your mom's no.
We'll be back after these Jammin' Jams, the Plug Gaming on DFZ Radio.
Yeah. Got to find a way. Hey, come listen me now. Hey. Well, the sun hot like this Kingston fire. Man, I look and work and can't get higher. Me smoke the herbs so me can get higher. I feel burn them up, me no shot of fire. The youth them go to school and you teach them mere lie. Have them out the street and not know them shoe size. Pocket full of paper just to make it fit right. Anything just to get by.
Jaja, yes, him put me to the test, I know. Jaja, bless me anywhere I go. Jaja, give me strength to defeat my foes. Whoa.
We got to find a way.
Whoa.
Hey, just show why the way.
Whoa.
We got to find a way. Just show why the way. Hey, in my town, people the things them no want for do. I've been jug the 3 jobs just to feed them you. But Sophia raised, but them not raised the truth. Them no want with their hands, so we sing it in the booth. That we have to work harder now. Them know we stronger now. I don't know harder now. Your people hear me now. Feel with life, so we are gonna take back control. I feel with life, so them not gonna take where we sold.
Jaja, yes, him put me to the test, I know. Jaja, bless me anywhere I go. Jaja, give me strength to defeat my foes. Yeah.
Got to find a way. Just show why the way. Got to find a way. Just show why the way.
All my people have to stand firm. All this Kingston fire is gonna burn. Yes, my people stand up strong. How long we gonna suffer too long? All my people have to stand firm. Yes, this Kingston fire is gonna burn. All my people stand up strong. How long we gonna suffer too long?
Got to find a way.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah.
Just show us the way.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah.
Got to find a way.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah.
Just show us the way.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah.
Yeah, man, General Hydroponics. The thing out blaze like the Kingston fire. Mad.
Rasta stand for positive. Love is all we got to give.
Bringing forth the remedies. Listen to your melodies.
We're living for beyond today. Never we be led astray.
Come my people fight again. Natty dread fight again.
A Rastafari, I'm a senior. He make sure no Babylon come in ya. While me a stuff about join and me steamers. We come to bring reality to all the dreamers.
Yeah, 'cause Babylon we not fear ya. Destruction and corruption will reveal ya. Now the people feel that music is our healer. Without words and our philosophies will free ya.
Rasta stand for positive. Love is all we got to give.
Bringing forth the remedies. Listen to your melodies.
Ooh, we're living for beyond today. Never we be led astray.
Come my people fight again. Natty dread fight again. Running like a river, keep it flowing on today. People pushing new directions, got to change reality. Never let the system Natty get up in your face. No, we can't be stopped now. Natty dread be on the way.
Babylon, chastise the youths them to come on to them. Tell you it's all false pretense. Tell you it's all false pretense. Destroying the youths them with bad influence. Tell you it now make no sense. Oh, Rasta is for positive. Love is all we got to give.
Bringing forth the remedies. Listen to your melodies.
We're living for beyond today. Never we be led astray.
Yeah, time my people fight again. Natty dread fight again.
One love is what we want. One love,
Yeah, it's what we need. Yeah.
one love. Got to get to what we want. One love,
It's what we need. Yeah.
one love is what we want. One love,
Oh, no, it's what we need. Yeah.
one love. Got to get what we want. One love.
It's what we need.
Rasta is for positive. Love is all we got to give.
Bringing forth the remedies. Listen to your melodies.
Ooh, we're living for beyond today. Never we be led astray.
Come my people fight again. Natty dread fight again.
Well, Natty riding on, Natty keeping strong.
Right on.
Ride on,
Natty right, yeah.
ride on.
Yeah. You create more problems than you got the remedy. You're misleading and deceive my people endlessly. And then you wonder why me never want you next to me. Your civilians are like slaves, locked in servitude. And the only way you keep them is to keep them from the truth. While your institutions keep indoctrinate the youth. We hear you speak of hope and change, then you leave no proof. Babylon, you're smart, now this is more than true. But when the people wake on up, they'll come straight after you. There's no escaping from the plans we got set out for you. You see your men, women, and children coming after you. Life with you's illusion, not reality. And for anyone who wants some peace, you name insanity. You subdue my people with stories and fantasies. False governments, false courts, false authorities in this iration. All nations, one people, one destiny, yeah. Iration, all nations.
DFCRadio.com.
Life is like a game of FIFA. You can kick it or you can reach your goals. Maybe you can do both. Maybe your music is snow. You need to prove that you focus on more than blowing that smoke.
Everybody had to break it down there for a moment.
You just clubbing every night. You be struggling on the mic. But the
Speaking of video games and
What, video
and
games?
raps, has anybody seen the video? I saw it on Instagram. I could probably be on some other social medias, where the guy's like playing a game and he keeps getting text messages or blown up, and he's on Fortnite, and then he sets the controller down, and then like a caption shows up. It's like every Fortnite player's response to his girlfriend, and this fool puts down like a 45-second rap about landing at Tilted Towers.
Oh,
and he ain't got time for
No.
he ain't got time for this bitch. And
Well,
this
ain't
and
nobody
that.
got time for that.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, it is great.
That's-
It is like
I gotta find this.
it's awesome. Yeah, it is
Oh,
awesome. And also, I was watching some Twitch, and this guy laid down like bars after bars about how he's the king of Dusty Depot and all kinds of crazy shit. I was like,
Now,
man, these
this is-
people are getting into it.
this is why Fortnite needs to get bigger.
Yeah, this is
This is
amazing.
why Fortnite needs.
It's affecting everybody, everyone. Like I said, it's a goddamn epidemic.
Let's see, Fortnite rap battle,
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Fortnite rap battle.
It's what
Here's
are we
Let's
talking
talk.
about?
I think
Do you
we
wanna
heard
talk
of this
about-
game coming out last week. It was Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about it. Let's
So,
talk about it. Let's
2 million people already playing it.
Let's talk.
It's
Yeah,
the
2 Milskis.
fastest Xbox One growing title.
Didn't feel like it for sure when
Yeah.
it first came out.
You know what? People were like, "Oh, this is all grindy and stuff," and
It was
gets
it
limited.
was like I said, I don't know. I felt like it was a lonely game. I didn't see a lot of content coming out with people playing it together or running into people, but
Okay.
that changed.
Yeah.
It did change.
Definitely blew up.
And
Tons of people playing it together.
Yeah, you're like you
now,
can
like
live the
pirates
pirate
are
life.
running into each other.
Yeah, you can live the
got-
pirate life.
People are making posts both on getting trolled and like running into random people who help them. I also
who
saw
just
videos of
fucking
like
take their
this
shit
dude
over.
like snuck onto like one pirate ship and he was like hiding in the captain's quarters and they didn't know he was in there and they dumped all their treasures from like being one of those like skull islands that's
Yeah,
the
right.
hardest and like brings them all, puts them on the boat. Boat takes off. He's still hiding in the captain's quarters and drops chests off the back of the boat. And his buddy is tailing them with their little sloop.
nice.
That was some
speedier,
troll
yeah, the
shit.
See,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
tight
Yeah.
though, dog. See, I
Yeah,
like that.
it's straight pirate life
it's
when you
pirate
were
life.
in there.
Yeah, it's the pirate life
But,
for me.
Like you
Arr.
said, it didn't seem like it should have 2 million players at the moment, or like it shouldn't have all this noise because
Yeah.
rated as the fastest like played Xbox title or Xbox One title. So
Yeah, right.
But here's my counterpoint. this is Game Pass for you.
Yeah.
I didn't buy the game.
Yeah.
Bet you most people didn't buy the game.
Right.
Everybody's playing it on Game Pass. Not a bad thing.
No.
It's but it's like, I bet you, like, if you look at the numbers, it hasn't earned that much money.
Right.
It just has a lot of people playing it.
Correct.
Where you would see is, like, on the business scale, I'm just curious
it's
then to see, like,
in-house.
how
It's-
many
it's making
subscriptions
money.
does it cause? Yeah,
It's in-house,
how many
it's making
subscriptions does
money.
it cause for their new service?
True.
But it's not selling really.
It's in-house making money, but these in-house, like, these subscription-based deals are based off of longevity. It's based off
They're
of
making
keeping the
more
guy
money,
for a
yeah.
year.
And this is their hot launch,
not
brand new title.
30
for the
days
Game
off
Pass.
off of a trial for Sea of Thieves.
They've-
You know what I mean? There's no profit in that.
Is it not like keeping people that like in tune with the game or like?
Well,
people are playing the hell out of the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like if
But
it
this is the
sounds
new
I'm just
thing.
saying they
But this is
didn't
a
buy
new
the
thing.
game,
This
and
is
that
a
was
new
just
thing.
a point.
Yeah,
That's
it's
something
brand
I
new.
wanted to bring up
No,
because
it's very true.
They're
It's a good
rating
point.
it on the scale of games that people had to buy the whole game. You had to throw $60 down to play
True.
it, and this game is currently being graded on the scale of you could sign up for your 14-day trial of Game Pass.
Right. And you get the game.
but if you like it, shit.
Then
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
buy it, yeah.
but the whole
but
thing
it's on
is
Game
your
Pass,
player
so
base-
it's like it's weird
It's like
numbers.
Fortnite's player base when it first started. They're like, oh, the numbers are insane. It's free.
Yeah.
They're going to be insane for the downloads.
And so it's
Everybody's
you
gonna
can't
download
even
it.
compare it on the same scale.
You can't compare. That's true. You
Yeah.
can't compare it on the same scale because it's probably not even based off of sales. It's based off of the Game
People playing the
Pass's
game.
subscription. And if you only get the
And that's
free
10
trial,
what,
that's
10
no
bucks?
money.
Yeah.
That's zero money.
And
made
if
by
you
them.
have Game Pass, what is it, like $10 a month?
it's $10 a month.
So
If you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, the value is there. You'll get 3
and this is
exclusive
the great kind of
titles.
game to push as the beginning of Game
But-
Pass's
Yeah,
real
that's what it
service.
is.
too.
How much money do you think went into the game? Like,
Oh,
I mean, it's a rare game.
Yeah,
It's been being produced for years.
$1 million game.
Yeah.
I think it may have been a Spirit Live game, dog. And it was just huge.
Brock, you've been hating on this game ever. It costs money to make this game.
I get like
It
it's a
looks
lot
like
of
it could
just
be-
sailing and a lot of water, but the thing is, it is also
water
some of the
is-
best water I've ever seen in a video game.
Yeah.
Some of the best water in a game for physics,
1,000
and how
hours,
that
man.
runs, and then occasionally a
1,000
boat flies away because that's where the game breaks a little bit. Oh, so many
or you
videos of like a
just
boat
flies
just goes.
away.
No, you
Cool,
just
yeah,
sink.
it's just a glitch. Like
I-
they'll just fly away.
I'll just be sailing and then I'll just be underwater.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck happened? And then I'm dead. And like I go and like look at the player list. Everybody on my squad bailed, and the guy before he bailed probably dropped the anchor while I was going full speed and just full nose delve into the ocean, taken
Sink.
under.
There's so many ways you can
Like,
just.
yeah, it's just like,
yeah.
oh, I'm under the water now.
Pirates.
Awesome.
You get fucked.
All my treasures floating away. I was like, yeah, fuck the pirate life's not for me.
Yeah.
And then I got my gun out and shot a couple people. I'm feeling better about
The guns are
myself.
fun. Yeah.
They're
and
fun.
people
it's-
like post videos of like they're like 9-hour rushes of playing this game consistently and having like a huge boat just full of treasure
Yeah,
chests.
this guy's like,
Yeah.
I've become a sweaty Sea of Thieves player because he's like literally like rushing a guy's boat and like dome shotting every single person that's
But-
on the boat.
all the golden shit you get, like, what is that? Does that get you shit you can buy, like better boats and
Well,
stuff?
you
or-
go trade in things and you
Yeah.
get cash and you buy stuff and there's a
Yeah.
level system to it. So since you brought that up, like here we are. We're 10 days into the game coming out. There have been like I think on the internet like 3 people have actually hit the max rank 50, maybe more by now.
It's
But
grindy. I mean,
it's- okay,
it's
so-
not easy to get the stuff going. You got to
And
get the map.
that
you
was
get
the
the
thing
map,
that was
then you
a
got to
problem.
find the island, then you got to find. It's literally navigating.
There's a huge learning curve to the game. in that
personally,
sense.
how
It's navigation.
how
You
many
gotta use
hours
a
have you
compass.
guys put into it, like personally? Like,
I
probably
haven't put
played
that
5
much because
hours.
right now my TV's at
Like
my new
5
house
hours?
and I don't live there
Like
yet.
5 hours of open 5 hours of like real life open sea sailing is
That's
what
what
it
I'm
feels
saying.
like.
Yeah, a lot of it
Have
is.
you ever sailed for 5 hours? You've been on the ocean for 5 hours?
yeah.
It's fucking nerve wracking.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so like this game, you're out there, you're like, I'm fucking alone, scared and afraid.
But that's why you that's why you jump into the tiny
then,
boat.
and then you know I'm sailing. I'm like, oh, there's the island. Let's go. Get to the island. Next thing I know, I'm like pulling up on the island. Then my boat starts going the wrong direction. Why? Because the asshole that decided that he wants to drive now is on it, taking me, you know,
You have a
wherever the
pirate
hell.
crew,
So
you
I
come to
jump
life on
off.
the boat.
Yeah, it was hard fought for me.
At least they do have the mermaids. So like you go talk to the mermaid and they take you right back to your
We
boat.
went over this. It looks like an evil mermaid that
Yes.
you don't want to approach. So like I stayed away from it until I realized I got close enough to where it's like, oh, we'll take you back to your boat. I was like, oh, sweet. All right, they take you back.
But okay, so
That
there's
looks
this
like a
learning
fucking
curve to the
evil
game. We're
mermaid
10
that will
days
kill
in.
you.
There's like 3 people who've actually hit the max level 50. And what a lot of people didn't realize, people just thought this game grinded out forever, and all you got was like an outfit when you hit 50. But
What's
you
the
actually
drive?
unlock what
What's the drive to get you
to 50?
and after? Like, you get to 50, what happens, or is that just
So
it?
there's already an element of being able to customize your ship. There's already an element of being able to customize your pirate and all these other things and items and
So it opens up the game.
legendary pirate is level 50. Mm-hmm. And that's when you open it sounds like just tons of new challenges to unlock legendary status things for your character and your
Okay.
pirate life.
Nice.
You unlock a hideout that you get to go to. I think this is like kind of like a new hub almost.
for 50 and higher.
Yeah.
Nice. Or
And
is there higher
so-
than 50? Is there 51?
Oh no, it said max level was 50, but
Okay.
it's like MMO style. You
Okay, so then
unlock
after
its
that,
end
yeah,
game stuff.
for like, right.
So there is a whole end game tier to this.
Nice. Absolutely.
And
Let's go.
I mean,
Let's
to
go.
be honest, like having like only 3 people in 10 days be the people to like, oh, you ground out and beat it to 50. I mean,
No,
it
doesn't
does
seem
take
like it's
a good
easy to
investment.
do. Yeah, it doesn't seem
If
like
it was
it's-
2 days later that we started seeing these first people who were playing way too much of the game to do it, but no, like
Yeah.
I've seen people posting like 14 hours straight of playing this game. So many long-driven like quests these people go on, but only a few people have actually max ranked it so far. So that's a good sign for the longevity of what you can keep playing it.
Yeah. Or that it just fucking makes you sick and tired of it, and
Yeah.
you're like, I'm done.
But and to me, too,
'Cause
it's
that
like,
happens too, you
it's-
know what I mean?
You got kind of an investment to get lost in the world. It seems like you got to play for a while. You got to invest a long time to get the experience you want out of it.
Yeah, there's games like that.
I mean, but a lot of MMOs
Prey is like that.
Yeah.
Not an MMO, but Nier Automata is like that. RPG. You play the game for like 15 hours, and you're kind of like, and then right after that, you're just like, oh shit, like
yeah.
this is.
But
This is it. This is actually
kinda
the game.
different. I feel like in the
No,
sense
no,
that
but I'm
it's
just
by
saying the slow,
session. Yeah.
the slow start, the build up, where there's so much going on, there's so much new stuff to learn that it takes a while for you to understand. You got to go get the map.
Yeah.
You got to go get the map, then use that map to find it on the map underneath in your boat. Then mark your point and sail there. Then get on there and find the exact point where the X is.
Jeez, and
dig
then,
it up.
like wander around your
Then
ship and look at all the shit
successfully-
you interact with.
Successfully take it back. You know,
Yeah.
you don't really get that right off the bat.
You have
even
to
though you're like,
turn
well, I'm
your
a pirate.
sails just to hit the wind.
Right, and you're like, I'm a pirate, so I need to start doing pirate things. What do? We follow where the X
Play
marks the
shanties.
spot.
You
you
eat
know?
bananas. You
and
get
that's
drunk.
what you do.
You do all those things
You
in the
do,
game.
and that's what you do. You
Yeah.
really are just living.
One of the
pirate's
legendary
life.
quests does have to do with playing the full shanty, I think. So you need
So-
the whole like band or
Yeah,
something.
so it is exactly what it says it is. Sea of Thieves. It's pirate's life, and that's what they're having you do.
And
they don't give
so-
you any other direction outside of that.
What's interesting, and this is where I feel like the game is going to only have a certain core community, is it's not like 15 hours of total play into the game to like start to unlock the game. I feel like this each
you're feeling-
session you've got to invest a few hours to
You're
get
feeling
your
cult
pirate
classic here.
Because like you said, you jump in, you get on a boat and you're sailing, but you could sail for 15 minutes of game time, of your time of playing this game
Right.
before you're getting into even like finding a place to go
Right.
see if there's a fucking map to go hunt treasure on. Like,
Yeah.
so you need to invest a long period of time each time you play this game, I feel like.
Yeah,
That may be a personal review, but
You're feeling a cult classic type deal here.
Yeah.
Community
and it's
favorites.
like, yeah.
builds a small community, and it's really good and popular inside that
And
community.
I think down the road it'll be like, all right, I'm tired of playing like whatever I'm grinding on. Gotta go be a pirate for a little while, and
Yeah.
you take like a few hours break with the squad you're playing with, and you go sail around. You just hop right in, and you're into a world.
Yeah. That's very true. Very good points. Sea of
Do you guys
Thieves-
see yourself playing it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I play it.
I'm excited to finish moving so I can continue playing it.
Yeah, I mean, I play it, so it's better than what I thought it would be, and yeah, dude, it's got guns, cannons, sailing.
You could shoot
Treasure
yourself out
hunting?
of the cannon onto someone else's boat.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's
You don't take damage from that?
you do,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
if you don't do it, like you,
you
can
can
take
just eat a
damage from
banana
falling and
directly
stuff.
after.
Yeah, bananas are health. You can take over people's ships and just straight actual pirate battle better than pirate battles have been.
This is true. This
4-on-4 squads. You can sneak in with a little sloop on your own and take over a boat if you got the skills.
How do you upgrade your boat though?
So that I mean, this is kind of like in the everyone's sort of on neutral territory. So like, but you can
See?
you can
That's
unlock
bullshit to me.
customizing of it. As far as I know, I don't think you can have like specifically more cannons or something like that.
I mean, like pirates
There's
had
two
like
types
their
of
boats
boats.
had names, dog. Like,
yeah.
like
Well, you can make like flags and stuff like that.
Rock.
And what
Take
I
it
don't
easy,
know,
dog.
and what a lot of people don't know
Pirates'
yet,
boats had names. I mean,
yeah, dog.
but like we said, people are just
I mean, even Captain Bitch Ass Hook had the Jolly
But
Roger.
as you
like,
said,
like,
Rock,
what's the deal?
as
Like,
you said, those were legendary pirates, and we've only got 3 legendary pirates
But that's what I'm
on
saying.
the whole internet
every
so far.
boat has a name, right?
So
just saying, dog.
not every boat deserves it.
I'm just
But
saying,
if you
dog.
reach legendary pirate status,
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure
this
there's
was it.
They had
more.
the fastest boat in the water.
He's questioning the game's
Yeah.
authenticity by the fucking by names of the boats.
Just spend 5 minutes looking at random character pirates you can get, and you're gonna do fine.
Hey man, I'm trying to rip this bitch apart so people know what it is, dog. And y'all got rebuttals for everything. That means it's a solid game, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying though, Rocky. This fool tries to come up. Well, what?
All I'm
Oh,
saying
the
is you
pirates.
can't get scurvy.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
because
Because you're eating bananas.
I
Not
don't
because
think.
bananas don't help. You need citrus.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
citrus.
vitamin C, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't even eat no oranges. So they've eradicated scurvy from the face of Sea of Thieves. The whole planet.
that's the only non-pirate thing that's really there.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well,
Ding.
I guess there's a lot less rape.
Yeah, there's
a lot
none.
less rape.
The's none. You took the bad things
That's not
out.
very authentic pirating. I don't know.
This ain't no pirate game, dog. This game is a joke. I can't eat no oranges. I can't fuck no bitches. What's going on, dog?
You're fighting
This is
skeletons.
bullshit.
Which the skeleton fights are kind of a joke.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Yeah. Sharks
The
are
snakes
scary
are real.
motherfuckers.
The
though.
snakes are real,
The
though.
snakes suck because they just get you. But the sharks, if you're swimming in the water, you'll see like a shark coming up, and it's scary shit. Even if you've been playing the game, you know what you're doing. Because those things will fuck.
It's a shark.
Yeah. You punch it square in the nose, that bitch runs off.
Oh, real shit?
No,
No. April
you have to
Fools.
kill it.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep. So we got some new releases coming out.
there games?
That's like honestly, last year's at this time was so much better. So much better. We had so many more games to play.
But we had a major console release last year around this
This
time.
is true. This
We
is true.
had-
This is true. This is true.
Last year was kind of like on an interesting time schedule. lot of
This
stuff.
is a game
No,
that
we
Rock.
blew-
This year
Rock
we're
will
gonna have a big
probably be
summer, it
playing.
seems like.
We
Rock,
blew the load early, dog.
Rock,
And
you'll
that's real.
probably. This is a game you'll probably pick up. Penny Punching Princess.
Penny punching
That drops the 3rd.
princess.
No, penny
Switch.
pinching princess. You like
Aw.
to save a lot.
Nope. 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 Penny Punching Princess.
Yeah, it's punching.
That's the Switch and the Vita. Minute. That is on PS4, Xbox One.
It's just called Minute.
yeah,
Minute?
and PC. I don't know. Is it French? I'm not
Minute.
French.
Minute is an English word, I thought. I don't know.
No, it's not minute. I know how to say that. But it looks like a 2D like RPG style.
All right, all right. We like stories.
It's definitely gonna be a story guy. It looks like a Nintendo like 2D
Good little platformer.
Platformer, dude.
Oh, nice.
like a Qbert. Almost. Qbert came out too. Did I say that earlier?
They dropped
Qubert's
out
on-
Qbert.
Qubert's on PS4.
What?
Damn.
PS4 Plus games. Qbert.
That's-
Qbert rebooted.
It's free?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bring back some of the old school.
See,
fool.
Cuber got cracking, dog.
Qbert is out. He's back. He's on the big screen. He's
We'll be
in
back next
HD.
week. Like it's bullshit.
Well, Qbert used to do this, and they had fucking pirate
Fucking
boats with
terrible
names.
game.
See, let's see. We're getting Yakuza pretty soon, right?
Yakuza soon. I mean,
That's
we
the
can talk about
17th,
the
it looks
sooner
like.
ones. Yeah,
I
the
was
ones that
just
come-
curious.
Yeah, but Hellblade, Senua's
Yep.
Sacrifice,
Coming to
Xbox
Xbox.
One.
Get it.
The
If you
11th.
don't have a PlayStation, get it. It was an amazing story.
Really,
so like,
really good game.
yeah.
We got our new sound guy.
Is that what that is?
Our new
Yeah.
sound guy in here today.
The sound
It's
guy.
his first day. I
Forgot
think we
the,
should fire him.
He forgot the.
You gotta fuck it up real quick. Show us what you got. Show us what you got with the soundboard, dog.
So Rick and Morty Simulator, which you played, actually comes out. Later
Oh,
this,
wonderful.
This month too
Good, you can-
on PS4.
You're a Morty clone and you get to die a bunch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
play as a
PS4
Morty
and
clone.
PC. That will be coming out on the 24th.
Hey, what was the game where they went to that arcade?
Oh, Roy.
Yeah, are they really dropping Roy?
I
dog?
would love if there was a Roy game, but
I
also
keep
at the same
seeing,
time,
like-
you're never gonna actually play Roy. The idea was that you get sucked into the reality and live an entire fucking life. Do you
I know,
really want to go work at the carpet store?
Yeah. I want to see
Okay.
what it's about.
Let's. We're gonna wrap the show up here real quick. Rock. One console, retro console, and 2 games that you would get brand new right now if you could bring them back. If that you don't already have.
What do we consider
Cons-
retro consoles?
Come on, dog. Dreamcast and be.
We've had this
past.
argument before.
Yeah, come
Oh,
on.
well, all right, well,
You just said it.
Come on.
okay, Dreamcast it is then.
What
Okay.
games? Come on, let me
Oh,
hear some.
Rival Schools and Power Stone.
I'm on board with Power Stone, but Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
Gotta
I
bring
Crazy-
it back.
I'll take Crazy.
I'll go with
Crazy
Dreamcast.
Taxi is
If I could
already
have-
back. What are you
but
talking
if
about?
I
It's
could
on
have
every
any
system.
real arcade
but
game in my
on
house, it would be Crazy
on
Taxi.
the Dreamcast, dude. Come
Yeah,
on.
Tyler, you got it.
Oh, Spy Hunter.
Hunter,
That's
yeah.
a good. That's
Nice.
a good. That's a
Yeah.
good call. Spy
Yeah, I
Hunter for
agree.
sure. So what was that even on? What was the first Spy Hunter that came out?
Oh, MDK too.
Rock just threw out a gem.
MDK
The
though.
Ooh.
Yes, dog.
God damn it, Rock.
Yeah, you ruined
Primal
everything
Rage.
just now. See, I was trying to
MDK.
be
That was a good one. Hey, I got
Okay.
you to bring out that gem,
Yeah,
though.
man.
Dude.
Oh,
But, like-
sort of Berserk too,
Oh,
dog.
That was a
Oh.
good one too.
Yeah, that was a cold one, man.
Fuck. What about the Sonic on Dreamcast though?
Oh, all
Yeah, that
those
was
were
a
good,
dope
though.
Sonic
Sonic.
Adventures.
But, like-
was it? Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
good, man.
That was the
That
chaos.
was-
I had
that
all
was
those
the only
little-
time they
those
were able
little
to do
weird
3D
things. I had
Sonic
so
right.
many of them, dog. I made so many weird little fucking. What do they call those things, man?
Oh,
the chaos things.
yeah.
And
I
you
made-
could get them on your little
Yeah.
Tamagotchi on your
Yeah.
memory
Yeah,
card.
dog.
That was ridiculous.
I made a million of
Ahead of
those
its
things.
time.
Yeah.
You
What
sold
about
them
you,
all
Sam?
too?
Console and games, or you agree with Rock?
Well, I wanted to jump on that Dreamcast train.
Yep.
But Crazy Taxi
Right.
and Power Stone would be my two. Because Power Stone, like, I
I'm
don't,
on board with that.
I don't know why it was so good of a game.
Yeah.
It was.
Right.
It was a good fighter for like. I don't even trying to remember it. It doesn't sound like it was that cool of a concept, but it was so fucking good.
I'm trying to bring back. I'm trying to bring.
You're
the
trying to
vir-
just run around in
I'm
that
trying to
weird little
bring back
3D
the
map
Virtual
and
Boy.
grab stuff. Oh,
and get some of those all light, all red, crazy.
yeah.
you
Blast
know,
the red dot, not the red dot.
like when you come out of that thing, you'd be all like,
You couldn't see
Everything's
your
all
stumble
red
and
and
shit.
shit. Like,
Like,
You're just
don't
boxing
play
and
this
play the
game if
box-
you have
The
seizures.
shit
This
they
game
did
will
to
give
kids.
you
it will.
seizures.
It will.
It may not. It will.
It
Give
will,
you
dog.
seizures.
Have you ever had a seizure
the
before?
boxing
Try
game.
Virtual Boy.
In the boxing game, you'd be in that thing. Everything. You're cool as a cucumber, but right here, sweat.
Yeah, dog.
Just pure sweat. Filling that thing up.
Getting your ass whooped too, dog, and everything. Because
Every
it was just
game is
everything was just ridiculous. Like
Remember that thing had the stand on it? It was this big ass fucking thing. Oh man, the Virtual
oh my
Boy.
god,
that was.
man.
It was.
And that was an
before its
embarrassing
time.
system. dog. He was at home like,
Oh, of course, for sure. Well, that's
Oh my
gonna
God.
end it here. We're gonna wrap
The
it up.
future.
yeah, for real, dog.
We got the God of War
Yes.
giveaway coming
This
on
month.
the 20th. Check out the Instagram for that. The plug
Like,
underscore
subscribe.
gaming on the Instagram, the IGs, and all other social medias.
Tag
that
your
is.
friends.
Otherwise, that we're gonna be back next week with another great show. I'm your host, Dutch Master, signing out on the plug gaming on DFCRadio.com.
Peace.
I'm better
Yeah.
than you, and we didn't forget about your mother. She was a fantastic woman.
Next episode.